Discord there. Yeah, this
Wow.
tournament will be held. The finals will be held in Miami, and the 5 players on your team who are playing will be flown out to play in the finals. And we have a $35,000 prize pool.
Yippee!
That sounds great.
And since you're up here, let me go ahead and get you a key to Veil.
Hey, you guys, streaming again. Haven't streamed in like a while, so I'm gonna have to set some stuff up.
Yo, you told me there was no one left. You told me there was no one left. You gave me the wrong info.
And send your key. And if that's all you've got, I'm going to send you back to the audience as well.
Yep, that's all. Thank you very much.
Well, I hope you enjoy.
No. You can kill me. I'm sweaty. I'll win. Guys, do me a favor. Don't do that. Don't be abusive. That's not nice. We're gonna fix it today. Don't be abusive. It's not fair.
Tropical, if you want, I can start bopping people on the head with a kill in game.
Fox says that he's gonna start banning people if he sees them do it today. So don't do that.
I didn't.
Tropical.
Don't put words in my
Hear
mouth.
the game audio on your stream.
You don't hear the game audio?
Yeah, there's no game audio.
I lowered it. I made it very low because I couldn't hear the Discord call. Should I make it higher?
Yeah, nobody can hear it in the stream. What you can do is turn it up in game and then turn it down. Or I guess no, that wouldn't work. Never mind. Just.
Does that sound good?
Well, let me see.
So in general voice chat, don't ping me with your question. I'm reading them all anyways. I will see it. It's okay. So, and also please just ask your question once. No need to repeat yourself every 10 seconds.
Who's the next person, Fox?
I'm going to bring up somebody asking about skin markets, some PvE content, and somebody asking about
What the heck?
secrets and Easter eggs.
Find a secret.
Yo, sorry. So Tropical, your game audio is not going to OBS. Make sure in OBS you switch it.
In OBS, I made a default.
Yeah,
which is
your headset. So if you're using an index, change it to like Valve Index or whatever.
I see. Give me a second.
Although, if you're still on the same computer that we did the setup.
Yeah, we did. Oblivious.
Yeah, so you want to select you want your game audio to go into that cable, and then you want to select that cable on OBS.
Leon, yes, there is a seated mode. There is no seated or standing mode, really. You just calibrate your height, and whatever your height's at, great. Now you're playing.
Hello?
Hello. Tropical, what server are you in?
Give me a second. I'm going to listen to what Panda said. I have to go into OBS.
Are you having 2 mic sources too? It sounds weird and robotic. I don't know.
All right, give me a second.
You should only have 2 audio sources. One for the game audio and then one for your mic.
That's all I have, yeah.
Okay.
For the game audio...
You changed it to like your index. Both of them should be like Valve Index mic, and the other one should be like Valve Index speakers or something like that.
Okay. One says game audio, one says microphone, and one says Discord audio, which isn't getting anything.
Do you not have game audio?
Oblivious, what did you do?
Well, he's supposed to have game audio and Discord audio.
What'd you do? What'd you do to his audio?
Oblivious.
Why'd you make this complicated?
He made like a bunch of different audio stuff.
It's a bunch of different audio stuff for very nice streaming. It's very practical. You just have to know how to use it.
I don't know how to use it.
Exactly. Need to keep it simple. I don't even know how to use that crap. I've tried it. It's always buggy.
1 second. So
channels that he needs to route the
yeah.
game
So
what the who? But yeah.
All right. So let's get a few more people's questions.
Yeah, let's just keep moving.
First
whatever.
Let's start with Spidere.
Spidery, but that's okay.
I'm in my left eye.
So my question was, will there ever be skins or weapon attachments in VAIL?
Absolutely, there will be skins, and as far as attachment goes, right now we're only going to have different sights available. We are looking at a few things like laser sights and things like that, but we're probably going to go pretty light on attachments, at least for the time being. Skins will be coming. In fact, there's already dev skins in-game, but they're currently disabled. Once we actually get the skin architecture up and running again, we have, your inventory screens where the players can apply skins that they own. Yes,
APC
we will
landing.
absolutely have skins.
And my
And
frames just
thanks
ate
for
shit.
asking, and
What am I
you're going to
running?
get a key for it.
Thank you. And I think that's a good idea to add attachments and
Well,
make them
I'd
pretty
love to
light
close
because
the
you don't
Oculus
want to make
app,
the game
but I
heavily pay to
can't
win. So that's pretty cool.
because
Thank
it's
you.
the
Oh,
Oculus
no,
app.
nothing will ever be pay to win. Anything you
Okay,
can
that's
buy
good.
will be purely cosmetic.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Thank you.
The next up is Luck WW, the person who reacts with a pregnant woman emoji on every one of our posts.
Okay, my question was, will there be any secrets or Easter eggs?
There already is. We like to hide things, everything. Whether it's something we're working on and just showing it off, or whether it's upcoming content. We like to hide it. But it's there for people to find. Well, now you've got a game other than Garfield Kart to enjoy, so I hope you enjoy. You can leave your feedback for VAIL in the VAIL feedback channel.
Okay, buddy.
See you.
And then we've got Farrell.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if there will be any PvE content in the game.
So there will soon be some PvE content coming. It probably won't be, at least until, after the beta is fully released. But yes, there is a PvE mode already planned with a wave shooter.
Oh, that's cool.
Sweaty of the team? I think so.
And now you have the key to the game. You can open up Steam, click Games in the upper left, then click Activate a Product on Steam.
Oh, I'm about to do it now.
Welcome.
Shit is laggy as fuck.
Use this time to warm up.
No, not this map. Not this map.
Next up, we're bringing some more people up onto the stage. For example, I see Mythical Zen has asked, is VAIL VR ever coming to Quest? It will never come to the Quest 2 standalone, but we are looking at bringing it to the Quest 3 once we have more information. It'll also be on PSVR 2 as soon as we get our hands on the equipment.
Yeah, I got a question from chat that keeps getting asked. Being, when will the Oculus mic work in game?
Oh, is the in-game mic working?
As
me,
soon
the
as we
in-game
finish
mic's
working
working.
on the voice chat system. The voice chat system is still under heavy development.
I mean,
It's
mine
one of
works,
the
it's
reasons that the beta got pushed back.
By the way, the voice chat's working pretty good right now, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
I've invited someone up to the stage. I'm going to continue inviting people to the stage.
I think we're maybe like a week out from having it polished. I'm gonna play Nadix right now, which is just not fair.
Alright, I've invited some more people up to the stage. First off, we have Nope.
Hi, I was just wondering if you guys were ever gonna add more game modes to the game.
We absolutely will be adding more game modes to the game. We plan on some other fun game modes like One in the Chamber, Kill Confirmed, Gun Game,
Capture the
Free for
Flag is
All,
gonna come. I'm hyped for that one.
Capture the Flag. And then
Capture
the
the
best
Flag
thing
on
about
Volt.
the best thing about game modes and other content like that is once we're a fully released game, after beta, we plan on actually releasing a toolkit that will allow you to mod in custom content, do whatever you want, upload it to a workshop-like place where it will be our own workshop because it won't be Steam, so that we can be cross-platform and have all of the custom content be cross-platform as well. And there will also be a simplified editor built into the game itself, kind of like a Halo Forge, where you can play around with any of the assets that are already in the game and make your own custom maps. But within those community content, you can make anything from game modes, maps, gun skins, custom modes, custom guns, whatever you'd like to make.
Interesting. That was all.
Sick.
Now you've
Do you
got
guys see that headshot? I just popped someone in the head with a pistol.
Oh man, unfortunately I did not see it because I was giving someone a key.
Rip.
Next up, we have got Charlie.
Yeah, with the funny gun.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
I was wondering if there's
What's up,
gonna
Charlie?
be like a sandbox
NFT.
where you can spawn anything you want, besides
guns over
making
here.
anything you want.
Eventually, probably yes for testing purposes.
The first
Really
step's
allow
gonna
you to
be
test
to
anything.
make stuff and put it in the game.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there's gonna be any microtransactions either, or like user-generated content such as
Yes.
like skins
So
or
as the
custom-made
content that users make, things like custom guns or gun skins, you will be able to decide you can put it up just on the community market for anyone to have, or say like a cool gun skin, you can choose to sell that on the community marketplace and choose how much of it you want to sell, and then allow the community to set the price after you've set an initial price.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. I was wondering if there would be like clothing options such as player customization.
There will be some player cosmetics as well, and that will be an option for community curated content, but it won't be something that's very prevalent, especially when it comes to the competitive game modes, just because we want visibility to stay intact. So it'll still be an option, but we may limit what skins and cosmetics are, for at least the players, are usable in competitive game modes.
Wow.
And with that, I've sent you a key, and we're
I have a
going
question
to
for
move on to the
Charlie.
next person.
Charlie,
Yes.
what got you into this community, and what got you into VR?
I just saw Rec Room on an ad, and my friends played it. I got VR in July of 2020.
Oh, nice.
And I just got my Valve
2-year
Index.
anniversary. You got a Valve Index now? Nice.
Yeah. I got it in March of
down.
2022. And I saw this from TikTok in February.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And I've been here ever since, and this is my first time interacting.
Oh, wow. Nice. I'm excited for you to get the game, man. If you want, download it now and join us. We're
I am.
streaming and playing right now.
I'm
Happy
activating
4th of
my
July,
queue
brother.
right now. You too, man. Thank you.
With that, we're going to move on to Wingman 2022.
Yeah, what's up? My question was, will there be a way to like climb up certain things or like vault walls, like using your arms and like other VR games? You know what I mean?
There are already vaultable objects in game, such as there on Vault. There's a couple of things where you can vault. There are climbable ladders in just about every single map. So yes, there will be things that you can vault, pull yourself up onto. It won't be quite Boneworks level, but you will be able to play around a little bit.
Okay, yeah, cool. Alright, yeah, that was my question.
Nice, got it. Okay, bit of an odd thing there.
1 sec, I gotta get someone up here on stage.
I forgot that wasn't working. Hang on, yeah, cancel. Retest, password test.
We'll get you a key.
Ivan test. How do I
And
game,
there
custom
you
game?
go.
There it is.
Alright, thank you, dude. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you.
man. Next up, we have got Lazy Ninja 98.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you for asking. So I was just wondering, because I'm kind of like completely new to like VR first person shooters. This will be like my first game that I'll be
Yeah, so
trying.
if you're
So I
sitting here,
was wondering, is there gonna be like
Welcome.
a
setting
thank
up a
you.
game.
Is there gonna be like a beginner's like tutorial or like something that'll like kind of train you on how to play?
Yeah, we
There
want to
will
add
be
that at some
eventually.
point, but it's not in the game right now. Panda and Nadix are gonna make some tutorial videos in the meantime. But eventually we want to have like a really nice like onboarding experience for players.
Look quite nice.
And also we're kind of starting to work on gamifying the armory so you can shoot guns in the house and like have some targets and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that'll probably be my best bet to like try and get used to the game.
Yeah, in the house that you start
honestly-
off in, you can play with everything.
Yeah, you can just hop in, play around with all the different guns, learn how everything works, and that's probably one of the best ways to get acquainted with the game.
Yo,
Okay,
we
that
out of
sounds
bounds
pretty cool.
immediately.
I also had another question. I know you guys said you were gonna add gun skins and like cosmetics for that and all that, but were you gonna add like different outfits to like make your character like unique and stand out and maybe make them customizable?
Nope.
Eventually, yeah. Future Virgo, she's our creative, chief creative, and she wants to allow players to customize themselves. The one thing is, our CTO Ood, he believes that if you let people customize too much, it will remove competitive integrity because people have like different colors and stuff, and that's one of the reasons why we let these highlights in game pop up now, so that people can always have visibility. And if they're colorblind, they can pick what color they can see because we had some people with colorblind settings. So now that we have this in, we might be able to allow more customization. And worst case scenario, we just won't allow too much customization for the competitive game modes, but for social game modes, you can dress up however you want. And eventually we want to let people import their own avatars as well, but just for social.
Yeah, that makes sense. So like for like comp, it'll be like a basic skin. That's
Yeah, it has to be the same for everyone or like almost the same. So, you know, imagine like someone wears a ghillie suit or something. You know what I mean? It's like too much.
Yeah, that's like unfair. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why you'll see games like Counter-Strike, they won't let you do crazy like skins, and games like Fortnite and Call of Duty, they let you do that.
Yeah.
Yo, man saying
Alright,
Call of Duty's not competitive?
My last
What?
question is, I don't know how to set up the key.
Oh, with the key that you've been sent, all you got to do is open up Steam, click Games in the upper left, then click Activate a product on Steam. Click through there until Steam lets you put in your key, and that's what all you got to do.
Alright, awesome. Thank you so much.
How did you hear about the community?
I was scrolling through TikTok and a VAIL TikTok showed up, and like I thought it was a game that was already released, and I was looking into it, so I scrolled through your guys' page, and then I saw that it wasn't, and then, you know, I looked it up on Steam, I wishlisted it, I joined the Discord, and I tried
Oh,
to
nice.
tune in whenever I can.
Oh, welcome. I'm super excited. Are you have some time to play today?
I think I will later, but right now I was just trying to like listen in, so
No worries. I'm going to be
have you guys
playing a
in the
lot today,
background.
so.
Oh, okay, sweet. So,
Yeah.
I'll probably get on like later.
Jump on whenever you want.
Awesome.
Yo, we got a
Next
viewer
up
in chat.
after Lazy
Hey, dude,
Ninja,
I'm just waiting for people to
we
join the
have
lobby if they want
got
to. This is the new map called
Zax
S.
S. Or
I think it's
Zax.
new. I've played it before, but it's been
How y'all doing?
been revamped.
Yo, yo, yo.
Doing well.
Pretty
Yourself?
Good. So my question was, will y'all add any like party game modes like Prop Hunt or Terrorist and Terror and Trader in Terrorist Town?
TTT?
We're
Like
probably
in
not gonna
Pavlov?
do. Yeah, we're probably not gonna do TTT. That doesn't stop someone from the community if they want to make it as a community-made game mode. They can. Prop Hunt we fucking love. We love Prop Hunt. We want to do some really sick assets for that.
Yeah, I love to see it. Not gonna lie.
Awesome. How did you hear about us?
YouTube. I was watching
nice.
tier list. I literally got my quest like a week ago. And
Yo, nice.
Oh, nice.
I was looking for games to buy,
Hop into
and
a,
it was like it was a sponsored video about VAIL, and I was like, it looks so much fun.
On who? On whose channel?
I don't remember. It was like I don't remember. I don't remember. I can
Okay.
find. I could try and find it, but
Yeah, I'm just curious. We have a bunch of cool, awesome content creators that work with us, so.
yeah. My brother has the alpha. He had the alpha. He currently does,
nice.
obviously. And he was playing it, and I watched it. I'm like, I need to get this alpha. Well, then I heard that the beta was coming out, so I wishlist and everything.
Oh, dude, that's so awesome. Are you gonna play today?
Oh, most definitely.
Awesome. I'm gonna be online most of the day today, celebrating July 4th the right way with some guns and killing people virtually only, of course. But yeah, I'll be online all day, and I'm gonna be streaming most of the time too. So, would love to see you in the game, bro.
Yeah, you too.
Happy 4th of July, and thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks.
Next up, we have got Tide Pods.
Hi.
That means mad quiet. Okay, so this
What's
is...
up, Tide Pods? You're
Yes,
pretty
we
low,
can.
but
You're pretty quiet. Sorry.
Uh-oh, yo, 200 ping?
That's all right. Just speak a little louder.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay. My question was, I was wondering, because you guys have the accurate prop collision, right? I was just wondering if you guys will ever add like something like destruction physics, like if you like shoot a wall, a piece will come off or something. Just as you know,
Like destructibles, we just started working on destructibles. You can see the first signs of it on our map Kitty on the glass and Rayab spawn. But yeah, we want to add more destructible stuff. It's really fun to do that in VR. We all know why we're here, guys.
Destructibles go. Justice, do you have any news on that?
I just started making explosives.
No way.
Yeah. Have you seen the video drop? Oh.
Which video?
It's the one internally.
Shooting like a gas barrel and explodes, and then
No, I haven't seen it.
Blows up a bunch of glass, and it's like.
Oh, I have not seen that at all. Fuck yeah.
Wait, let me like DM that to you. It's super.
Well, I have to look. I'm just streaming right now, but right after I
totally
stream.
Looking into it, and like you're gonna be able to blow up concrete and stuff pretty soon.
No way.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yo, my friend immediately died. What
games.
happened?
Like I love teardown.
Bro, it's so fun to fucking blow shit up, like especially in VR when you can be there.
Exactly. Yeah. So and also your game.
He doesn't
like,
expect
I saw
it. The
on
fool.
TikTok, and I followed it a long time ago, and I'm just really excited, you know, for the game to finally come out.
Awesome. I'm super excited to have you, man. Thank you.
Wait, what?
Thank you.
Among other things, now you've got a key to the game, and I hope you come join us. Come shoot Tropical.
I will.
Bro, I'm like, oh, I'm not top fragging. I'm second.
What? Ooh, Tropical is in second. Ooh.
Oh, I'm so stressed out now. Oh, Nadix is up by 1. As long as I beat Nadix, I'll feel good.
All right, next up we have got
that really lined up. Good lord.
Damn it, I came in 3rd place. I'm annoyed.
There's an invisible wall.
Rith Rayton. Is your mic working?
So I'm assuming that just works regularly, right?
I'm gonna assume it's not. Make sure you've got the right input device selected on Discord. And I'm gonna move on to Grandpa Mumbo. Come back to you in a moment, Rich. What's up, Grandpa Mumbo?
Hey, I just had a question real quick. How do you plan to combat cheaters, especially with plans to form a competitive esport?
So we have 2 main things that we're working on for that. So one is the obvious. We're adding anti-cheat right now. So that's gonna be step 1. But the biggest issue in VR isn't even having anti-cheat. That's just if developers want to invest into it and you know add it to the game. But play space cheating is a very big issue in pretty much every game, just because of the options that you know you're allowed to do in VR to adjust your play space. So what we've been working on for quite some time is a virtual crouch feature and a height calibration feature, and these 2 features combined prevent play space cheating, because whatever you do in your play space, you're always going to be limited to the same standard speed and movements as any other player. So this is the first game that I've heard of personally that's even attempting this. And it's taken a lot of work and it's still a little buggy, but we believe that by doing this, you'll have, you know, the traditional anti-cheat so people can't use software. And then you'll also have play space cheating. You know, you're not allowed to do play space cheating either. So those 2 things together, we feel really good about it. And then the only other thing that's important is just really having a solid community that cares enough to report you know, bad actors and negative behavior. And we just have real mods. You can talk to some of them here, like, you know, Oblivious, Fox, and Cupid, Sly as well. And we're probably going to have even more so that we can manually go through those reports.
All right, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I played Call of Duty a lot, and like nothing's worse than when you just have cheaters. It just makes the game broken. And I don't understand why gamers even want to do that. Like, it's like not fun. Yeah. So we take it very seriously.
I've been following this game for quite a while now. I believe I watched a video by Thrill Seeker.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I'm wanting to invest a lot of time into the esports scene, and that was a concern.
Oh, are you going to be joining the summer tournament that we're doing with IVRL?
I don't have a team at the moment, so
let me tell you some let me tell you some cool news about that. The way we set up the IVRL server is so every day we have pickup group events, and you can just jump in by yourself, get into a queue with the bot, and just join teams that want to do pickup groups. And by doing it, you'll meet so many people. Everyone's super chill. And teams are literally like just forming now. The same way that you came in and you said, I'm a competitive player. I have no one to play with. There's a few hundred and soon to be thousands of people all in that chat, like literally making teams. And I've seen people make a team, like just make an announcement like, yo, I'm from this place. This is the times I can play. This is the type of person I am, looking for chill, looking for serious, whatever. They'll make a group chat or a Discord and they'll literally fill up within like 10 minutes. Like they'll have like 10, 15 people trying to join their team. So definitely recommend to go be active in that, especially like right now up until, you know, the end of August because of the tournament. But we also plan on doing tournaments very frequently. So even if you don't make this one, you should make the next one. But the top 4 winners or the top 4 teams are all going to come to Miami, all expenses paid. And I'm really excited to do like an in-person LAN event this October. And we're going to stream it and everything. So, you know, if people can't make it, they can still come check it out. But yeah, please, you should definitely jump in. If you really want to play competitively, you know, casual competitive, serious competitive, you should definitely make some friends in the IVRL VAIL Discord. Fox, do we have that link to that Discord anywhere in our Discord for easy reference?
We do, and I've already invited Grandpa Mumbo there.
Perfect. Oh, you're great. Thank you, Fox.
Thank you.
Thank you. And how did you hear about us? I'm just curious, coming from the competitive scene.
I heard about, I want to say I watched a video on it, but I don't remember about the competitive stuff. I don't remember.
Oh, that's great.
I watched, but I initially learned about the game, I believe, from Thrill Seeker.
Oh, wow. Nice. Super excited about that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, welcome. And Fox, can you give them the VR esports role in our Discord as well so they can meet some new people too?
Of course.
Yeah, so we also have this VR esports role. We give it to all the people that have ever played competitively or in a league that join the Discord and want it, and then also other players that just are getting into competitive for the first time and really like VR esports. So you can meet some people there. Most of those people are also in the IVRL Discord, and that's where they run the pugs.
Cool.
Cool. Thank you for joining, man. Excited to see you in the community.
Yo, it's the guy. Yo, dap me up, fella. Dap me up, bro.
Yes, it is.
It is. Welcome.
All right, so my question was, is there any plans for like large-scale battles with like helicopters or tanks, vehicles?
That'd be cool.
You won't see that anytime
Probably not.
soon. Yeah. We're talking
We're
about
more
it,
of
but
a
it's so
smaller,
far out.
close quarters.
Yeah, and like if VR hardware and technology gets a lot better where you can have like, you know, 20, 30, 50 players with like really good performance, then we can explore it. But right now the software's just not there and the hardware's just not there. Even with 10 people, it's like very hard to put good graphics in, and that's why we have Justice. Justice, is it harder to make good graphics in VR?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you want to talk about that a little bit? I always find it super fascinating because it's something I don't understand.
Yeah, you just have to think about it like compared to a normal like flat screen game, you have to double render for each eye, so like everything's twice as expensive. Yeah, and there's a lot of considerations behind that. Like for your scope of your gun, for example, that's an extra render, and then stuff like that. So like you end up paying a lot more than you normally would for a flat screen game when you're in VR. So like it's just a huge consideration to take into account. It's just not possible to do as many crazy things with good graphics and the hardware system.
Justice, now I'm gonna go to the other side. Are you gonna be the one to make crazy graphics in VR that actually run properly?
That's the goal.
That's the goal. All right, you heard it here first, guys. If the game looks like a potato, ping Justice and be mad. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Justice is great.
All right, thank you guys for answering. You guys are such.
Oh, thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you.
I've invited a few more people to the stage. If you want me to pull you up onto the stage, make sure you're asking your questions in the general voice chat channel and not in general chat.
Oblivious, have you taken any questions from Twitch that we can answer also?
I've been making use of my 120 word per minute skill. I
No,
am
but
typing.
are you typing answers and then whispering them keys?
I mean, you can give it a peek. I've basically answered every single.
Oh my god! Oh my goddamn!
Are you giving
Make sure you
keys
give
to
them the
everybody?
keys,
Or how-
Oblivious. I don't see you
No,
giving
I'm
people
not
any
giving
keys.
It wouldn't be realistic.
I understand. All right. For my Twitch people, be mad at Oblivious. Love Fox.
Oblivious,
join the
give every third person a key.
Wait, how many keys is it too? We have to do the math before you agree to anything because we don't have that many keys.
Yeah, if I were to recount, I've written about 70 82 answers so far.
Oh, that's a lot. Oh my god.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. All right, how about this, Oblivious? Can you go find 5 good questions and give those 5 people a key?
You know what? I agree with that.
Do that.
Going
80. Yeah, we don't have enough
good.
to do
I
the
will
other
take a
ways.
break from answering your questions because you guys are fast at asking. But yeah, I'm gonna go and give out some keys actually.
All right, pick
I'm
5
sorry, I've just been
people,
so-
and then
I've just been so captivated to like actually answer good questions. So,
no, that's beautiful. Thank you. But yeah, we gotta pick at least 5 people there, and then Fox, we only have 20 more for this one. How many have we given so far? I just want to make sure that we don't, give too much.
Damn. Got me the flash though.
You've currently given 14.
We've given 14?
Yes.
Oh, so we have 6 left here and then 5 for Twitch?
Sounds good.
Perfect. And we have 18 minutes left.
We have 3 people currently on stage, 4 people on stage who have not gotten to ask their questions yet.
All right, so after them 4, we'll pick 2 more. But before you pick 2 more, I'll give some cool announcements on everything else.
Sounds delicious. First up here on stage, we have Woodsy.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
My question.
What's up, Woodsy? How you doing today?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Happy Saturday. Or Sunday. No, Monday. Today's Monday. The holiday.
Tropical, you're working too hard.
I forget. I thought it was Saturday or something. Oh my god, I didn't kill him.
Well, I'm over in the UK, so I will not be celebrating the 4th of July, but I'm glad you guys are celebrating.
Oh, you're celebrating we left you guys.
Yeah.
You got rid of us. Celebrate that.
Yeah. Alright, my question. Will there be any incentive alongside the rank system, such as like rewards for like ranking up to the next rank and so forth?
Yeah, so you'll have like signias, like for your name. We're also gonna add like progression-based like skins that you can earn. And then if you rank high, you get to be in the tournaments and win money and put your name everywhere because you're a top team. And if you join the league, your name's gonna be on the league website as well.
But yeah, so there will be skins and cosmetics and things that are the only way to get them will be to have or reach a certain competitive rank.
Yeah. Alright, sounds cool.
Are you a competitive player?
I've thought about it. If I get into the game as hard as like any other FPS game I've played, then sure, probably.
Paper Fox, can you send them?
I've already invited them to the IVRL Discord as well as given them the VR esports role.
Great. Did you already hear, Woody, what that is, or you want me to tell you?
Yeah, I heard.
Awesome. So I hope, is that cool? Like you like being in those 2 things? All right, cool. Didn't want to assume. Awesome. Yeah. So I look forward. I'm always in the daily pug groups and in the IVRL Discord, and we talk a lot to the esport community in the VAIL Discord with the esport role. So looking forward to seeing you, brother. I hope you get addicted just like me. What competitive flat screen games did you play? I'm just curious.
CS:GO, quite a lot of CS:GO. I used to
play
play
Rainbow Six Siege by any chance?
Yes, I have played a lot of.
I love
game
that
ruined
one.
my life.
That
for
game was
about
the
3
best
years.
game. That was the best game. Yeah, for the first 2-3 years is really, really good. It started getting a little Too many
man.
operators. Too many operators confuse the shit out of me.
I was watching the hell out of Pro League when that was good back in the day. Oh
I
yeah.
like the gun design for this one as well. This is really nice. I like how they've touched up the paint.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you in the community.
You too. Right, have a good day.
You too.
You as well, man. Next up, we have got Marley Moo.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, my question is, if VAIL goes to
Be
PSVR
quiet, tell me. I'll boost the audio.
would it be like cross-platform with a PC? And like,
Absolutely. It will be cross-platform, and one of the reasons we're doing that is because in other games it makes sense to separate controller and keyboard players because it's different control schemes and it's just a fundamentally different way to play the game. But when it comes to different forms of VR, everyone's kind of on the same playing field. It's just VR. It's all in what you are skilled at doing with your body.
Will it also like look the same one? Like, Will it be like a
There's
little?
nothing
Yes,
behind
it will
those
look
eyes.
the same.
Okay.
We aren't going to strip out features or how it looks to allow it to run on different platforms, and that's one of the main reasons why it won't be coming to Quest 2 standalone. It will come to Quest 3 though. We've got some info that says it should be capable. But yeah, so it'll be cross-platform between PC
wanna kill him
VR,
'cause that'd
Quest
be
3,
rude.
and PSVR 2,
Anybody's
as well
watching
as
Twitch, I'm poning so hard, it's crazy. It's me and
all
Natick
of the
neck and neck.
all of the custom content that is produced by the community will be available on all
God
3
damn, that
platforms.
flash is bright, bro.
Okay.
You've also got a key to the game.
Thanks.
All right. Well, I hope to see you in game soon, and we're going to move on to the next person, which is Eskimo.
What's up, Eskimo?
Hey,
Hey,
will there be like a stats page where I can see like my kill death ratio, headshot ratio, and like
We're
competitive
working
stuff?
on that right now, and we're gonna have it in the armory. So like when everyone gets into the game, you'll see like a global leaderboard like in the game for everybody. And then
So
we're
could
also
I, like,
working on adding the 46 teams that qualify. We're gonna make a banner in the armory, so like all the esport teams can be there, and you can also see the global leaderboards.
That's sick.
As well as we'd like there to be, I'm not sure at what point it will be implemented, but an API that you can use for
Oh yeah,
like,
that
stat
we're working
tracking
on for the
website.
leagues. But that's for the leagues, so you can see your stats on the league. So if you go to ivrl.org/vail, right now you'll be able to see all the play. Actually, you can't even see the players. You can just see the teams. We're working on the player page, so you can see like their stats, the games they won, and then we're gonna give them an API plugin so they can get all the data live from the game and put it on the website as well for the competitive players.
Okay, but that's not for like ranked. That's just for like pro play.
So it's going to be global leaderboard for everybody, and then you're also going to be able to look at all the teams specifically and the players specifically on the website.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. How do you find this?
I think it's sick. This game looks really fun.
Thank you. How do you find our game or our community?
Oh, through Thrill-Seeker.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, Thrill's great. Cool. Well, I'm excited to have you, and I'm going to be playing all day for July 4th here in America, so
Panda, it's the funny guy.
if you want to jump on and check it out, I'd love to get your feedback.
Yeah.
You can team through the wall, right? Oh, you can't.
All right, thank you.
Damn.
Thank you.
And
Well,
with
he's over
that,
there.
we're going to move on to Gwenabelle.
Hi.
Hello.
So my question is there
Oh,
a
yeah.
capability to save match replays and watch them afterward?
So we have it internally right now.
Technically,
But we're gonna,
it already
yeah,
is.
we have it internally, but we're gonna make it a feature so that any player can record, or sorry, capture the recording after the game. We also have it for the leagues right now, so they can moderate matches in case that there's like any issues and they have to go check it. But we want to make it a feature so that the individual players can also get it. And then we're working with Liv, so it looks really nice, and you can probably make some sick edits out of
Yeah,
it
I'm
too.
using this right now, by the way.
Yeah,
This is
that
Liv
sounds
I'm
really
using.
nice as a content creator.
Yeah, we were. Are you familiar with Liv by any chance?
No, I'm not actually.
So you're a VR content creator?
I'm a Twitch streamer.
Nice. For VR games?
For both VR games and flat screen games.
Okay, cool. No, I'm only asking because the first thing is, Fox, we should give them the content creator role here in the Discord.
Yeah.
And here in the content creator role, I think we have like, I don't even know, maybe like 100, 200 like really cool VR content creators that all give advice and stuff because, you know, VR streaming is a little different. But the second thing is, if you go check out Liv on Steam, there are content creator partners, and they're like the biggest VR streamer tools, and they're really, really cool. And we have some sick Liv integration. So if you're going to make content in this game and you open up Liv first and then get VAIL, you can do like really sick stuff. I'd love for you to play around with that and let me know what you think.
Thank you.
Thank you. And how do you hear about us as a fellow content creator?
Actually, I rated a friend of mine in Twitch, and they were playing the game, and I checked it out. Looked really
Oh,
cool.
no way. What friend?
I think they go by Vrog in the Discord here.
All right, cool. Yeah, I've seen them around. That's awesome. Super cool. Welcome. Welcome to the community, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Cool.
And with that, that is the last person of this group. There will be 2 more people that we will be bringing on stage. But first, Tropical has some announcements.
Cool. Yeah. So just some high-level announcements. I made an event for the next Friday. So if you go into the VAIL Discord and go to the top left for the event page, you can click interested. I'm gonna be hosting events. I always host them anyways, but right now, because the beta got pushed back a little bit, I'm hosting them more and trying to give keys slowly. So the few things that we're really missing before we start letting in very large waves of people is the voice chat seems to be like 50% in. We had an issue where the voice chat was only registering for one app ID and we technically have 2 app IDs. So we're really close to fixing that. Our goal is probably the next week. But yeah, voice chat's like half in. The custom lobbies, it works for certain maps and game modes and not others. That should be fixed by the end of next week. We also have some really cool stuff that we're doing for all the VR esport players in the Armory, as well as all the Patreon supporters in the Armory. So you should see that by the next by this Friday.
Damn.
I'm saying next week, but I realize it's Monday. And then other than that, if you haven't checked out already, ivrl.org/VAIL. You can go see the league that we're putting together with our league partners. We're going to be doing a $35,000 summer beta tournament. And then also for the 46 teams that place, because every weekend in August, on Saturdays and Sundays, we're going to be doing open qualifiers. So anybody can pair up with the team that day or hopefully a little bit before so you can have some practice. And when you pair up with the team, you can come on Saturdays and Sundays to open qualifier. And whoever the top, I think it's 6 now because we're going to do 46 teams. Whoever the top 6 teams are every Saturday and Sunday will place into the actual playoffs and have a chance to win the 35,000. And the top 4 teams are getting flown out to Miami to do an in-person LAN final, and we will stream it as well, so no worries if you miss it. And then Fox, did I miss anything else?
Not that I'm aware of.
Cool. Oh, and for everyone that's DMing me on Patreon right now, Fox, do you think it's possible? I'm gonna stream, and I promised everyone I was gonna send them keys on the Patreon thing and reply. I think we have like a dozen or so messages. Can you just take care of that while I stream?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, thank you. So, for all the Patreon people, Paper Fox will get onto it right now, and I will stay streaming in chat. And I don't know, Oblivious, if you want to hang out with me on Twitch and just answer some questions or maybe read them out, and I can also answer some depending on what it is.
Yeah, I'm still
do that?
answering. Yeah, I'm getting very hungry. I'm getting hungry.
Oh, you want to eat and then maybe do that later? You're good.
Yeah, I might take a break in like 10 minutes.
Okay, no problem. So Paper Fox will respond on Patreon. Oblivious will help me out for 10 minutes on Twitch. And I definitely need to get better at streaming VR so that I can, you know, do all the Twitch stuff myself and be a big boy.
Oh yeah, also if I could ask, I've never been given moderator on the Twitch, so I'm unable to send links.
Oh, I don't even know how to do that, so.
You can just click on my name, and then there's like a little icon at the bottom that says make moderator or something along those lines. You just click on my colorful name.
Heaven Camper's getting 1 kill a game.
Actually, it might be on the side of the colorful name as well.
Give me a second. Let me see where I can.
Smokes.
Let's see where I can jump in. Oh, should I do that now on Twitch?
If you can from.
All right, let me do that. Give me a second. Let me just take off the headset. Give me a second.
That's so mean, bro.
1 second.
And with that news, I've already gotten a few questions about the Patreon. So anything except for the lowest tier, so anything above the $1 tier, will get you Discord benefits, and we give you a key to the game as a thank you.
I don't know what I'm doing. I should just leave them. I had that.
All right, give me a second, Fox. I got so hot in here that I have to go try to make the AC colder. All right, so I'm in Oblivion. What do I click on you? Right click? No.
No, so.
Mod. Okay, here. Boom. I think you're a mod now.
Perfect. Yep, that was all I needed. Thank you.
They've learnt.
And with that, I'm going to invite up the last 2 people for this event, actually. They will both be getting keys and be able to ask their questions to the team. So I want to see some good questions in the general voice chat channel. I give up is not a question. Yeah. Thank you for making your question a question. Just for that, I'll bring you up here. You get to be one of the people.
What was the question?
They had a few questions actually. Let's see.
Hello.
We'll find some good ones.
The AK is not what I want. The AK is a good gun, but I don't like it. I like the M4 better.
Just being here applies pressure. Really nice.
What are the questions, Fox?
Okay, I've got 2 people up here on stage. I just invited the last
I hate
person.
how it zooms in like that.
Cool.
So I'm aiming here. and
Everyone else,
I have to aim down.
got to hold on. And eventually, throughout tonight, I will be going through and answering all the questions in the channel. So it might take a while, but for everyone who hasn't gotten up here on stage, ask your question once and then leave it in the channel, and I will get back to you by the end of the night. Just to help with that, I'm putting the channel on a long timeout. So once you send your message, you'll have to wait.
Nice throw.
Now, the people up here, I've got Trap World. What was your questions?
Can I just ask one question and that's it?
Sure.
Do you plan adding ranks to
Yes.
like
Yes.
rank up?
Ranks are
Can you
super
ask one of
important.
your
to
other
us.
questions as well?
Will there be free skins on ranks when skins will be released?
Eventually, there will also be some skins that you can earn through in-game actions, achievements, things like ranking up, killing 10 devs, things like that.
Okay, that's it.
Cool. Thank you.
No problem. See ya. Thank you.
Enjoy, and then we have got Papa Boy.
Yeah. Hello.
Welcome.
My question is, how do you gonna handle the mod? How do you download it? Like over
So
the game
what
or?
it'll be something you can handle both in and out of game.
Yo, we got the kill.
It'll be on our own kind of Steam Workshop-like content hosting site. That way we can be completely cross-platform in the future. And as far as how will we handle it, we will do some moderation on the content just to make sure people aren't running wild on whatever platform we end up making and using. And when we see community content that is constantly getting attention from the community, it'll be able to be submitted to us for like a quote-unquote final review, and then we'll get a chance of being added officially into the game.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, Panda! I was streaming with you. Where'd you go? I can protect Panda.
Tropical, any final notes for the end of the day?
No, just do me a favor and please reply to the Patreon people because I feel bad and I promised them I was gonna hit them up. So just please reply to the Patreon people.
I absolutely will.
Thank you, sir. Do you want to put me into like a voice chat here in the server and I can just keep talking to people while I'm on stream?
For sure. Anyone looking to play? For sure. Anyone looking to talk to Tropical or play with Tropical, he will now be in a room called AEX Tropical's room where you can go join him, play with him, shoot him, talk to him, ask him some questions, whatever you're feeling. If you'd also like to make your own room here in the Discord server, all you gotta do is click join.
Cookies with the milk in game.
Dude, oh my
We're starting a real life cookie brand and an energy drink brand.
Oh,
So get ready for some gravity energy.
Would there be like
Energy drink for healing.
Would there be like any jerseys you guys will be putting out?
Like in game or in real life?
Like in real life, like any jerseys.
This game really.
So I don't know if you've seen it. Oh, I should have made that announcement. So Hold My Shields just finished the first season of merch, and it looks really fucking cool. And he has some jerseys and vests and like really cool stuff that he's also working on as well. If you go on xlab.com, you should be able to see it.
I requested, what is it? Play access?
On Steam?
Yeah.
This is the only game that makes you want to get into.
When will,
Yeah, so on Steam, we're starting to let a little bit of people in right now. but we're working on a few main items still that have some issues. And the second that those get done, which should be about a week or two max, we're gonna start ramping up and letting everybody into the game on the access. Because our tournament starts August 1st, so we want to try to get as many people in by then because we kind of need to. But yeah.
How can you get access without like having to wait?
So are you talking about getting a key like right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we've been doing.
Order a hoodie.
Oh, thanks, man.
I was there for the questions when you were giving away the keys.
Who ordered the hoodie, by the way? What's the name of the person?
Oh no, I said I was thinking about it. They're looking pretty fresh. I'm not gonna lie.
If you order anything, by the way, just send me your name, because Hold My Shields adds like, you know, sometimes like a code to the game if you don't have it or something extra in your packages.
Wait, where do I buy merch?
Just go on xlab.com and tell me if it works, by the way, because we literally just dropped it like a few days ago. xlab.com. It works?
The mobile version doesn't work.
Mobile? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, for me.
No, I'm on mobile.
PC.
On mobile and it works?
Yeah, I'm on mobile right now.
We're having some issues, but they've been working through it like all weekend, so it should be like almost there.
Yeah, for me, they haven't been loading the page on the PC.
It's a competitive league, like Discord server.
Oh, so our league partner, it's called IVRL, International Virtual Reality League. They have players all over the world. I think their Discord link should be in our links channel. If you just go on our Discord, VAIL Discord, and look up the link channel. And then if you sign up, by the way, so just so you know, if you sign up with a team on IVRL, you get given early access. Or if you just join like one of these like community things, I always give access early here. Our number one priority for now is to make sure that all the competitive players that want to do the tournament are going to be in the game. And if we can make the game perfect for the competitive players, then we know that it's ready for the casual players as well.
I signed up for IVL, but
I wanted to just been like streaming and doing content creating of like different games of doing tournaments and everything because I was on a lot of teams though, so I just want to keep on going.
Oh, it's awesome.
Straight down.
Yeah, but don't create fake teams because you get blacklisted for that. Don't do that.
Oh no, I don't stream no fake teams.
Oh, well, just so you know, what we're doing is everybody that applies to the IVRL Discord, like you end up having to set up an interview with one of the board members just for onboarding, and obviously, you know, you're there, so they know if you're like a real person or not.
That's good.
Yeah. We like to get the good news is we do it because we get to know everybody. We get to like write down like what region they're in. We can get servers up in those regions. Right now we have a few teams in like Korea and Argentina and Brazil and Australia. No, but we're like introduced, like I'll give you an example. I introduced 2 teams in Australia together that come from 2 different games that never knew other Australian players. So they're kind of forced to play on shitty servers that are far away from them. And it makes it competitive annoying for them. But now that I met some Australians, I introduced them all to each other because of the league. And we're setting up servers in Sydney so they can play on a good experience. So we like to get to know everybody that joins the community because it just makes it better for everybody. And we also make sure that you're not a fake person.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, Tropical, do you know when the cards are going out for the giveaway winners, by the way?
Oh yeah, I have to, after the stream, I have a meeting with Hold My Shields and OX Hazy to start distributing the merch gift cards. They told me it was ready. I just wanted to make sure before they send it out to test it, to make sure it all works.
Which hat do you want me to get? I'll get either one of them. Which one do you want?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I have both of them already.
Which one do you want? No, which one do you want me to get?
Oh, well.
Either one. I'll let you pick. I don't care. I'm down with both of them.
Oh, I don't want to tell you what to pick. They're both cool. I like every piece on it, and the hardest part for us was like being able to pick, because we have like so much merch, but we wanted to only do like a few at a time. We want to do limited runs of them and make them special. So like it was so hard to like nail it down with like 6 or 8 pieces. I forgot how much we picked.
Why are there so many people? Why are there so many people?
Because this is a good game.
Yeah, a lot of people want to ask questions.
This is a good game.
How can I get the game?
You gotta request access, or you can get keys from asking questions.
Yeah. Wait. How can? So I just. Have
Also,
to
don't have questions in here. No, in event. You gotta get.
Well, you can ask questions here. You can. But
Actually, Tropical, I do have a question.
Yeah,
should I stream? I have a question. Should I stream my game on Twitch or do I just stream it on Discord? Like, what makes more sense?
You can do Discord.
For people who don't want to.
Yeah, Discord. A lot more of us can see it here.
Yeah,
let me just do that because I'm poning so hard. I'm poning so hard right now, and no one is witnessing this.
Yeah,
Tropical. How bad is the recoil in the game?
It's not that bad.
It's manageable.
Yeah,
Depends on what
because
weapon
I
you
have like incredibly shaky hands. So
Guys,
Oh,
I
I have the
have a
shakiest hands. Can you see my stream?
I have a
Just wanna
question.
check.
There's an option, by the way. It's called like
Guys.
gun
Smoothing.
I
And virtual
have,
smoothing.
I have a question.
It's so
I have
nice.
a question.
What is it? What is it?
You have a question?
Does like every like obstacle in the game like have how do
Hold
I
on,
call
I'll be
it?
back in a little bit.
How do I call
Collision?
it? Like collision.
That yeah. Look at my stream. See, look.
Wait, let me just look real quick. What? Whoa, that's like.
Tropical, are they adding bullet collision anytime soon? I hate
Oh,
not being
that's
able to shoot
sick.
through
Bullet
glass.
penetration.
Wait, can you shoot real quick? I
Yes.
want to hear the sound. Can you shoot?
Yeah, because I can't shoot through. I can't shoot through glass.
They've got like
It's
collision
annoying.
stuff. All these like grates and fences you can see through, they're gonna make it where you can actually shoot through them.
Yeah, we're gonna have bullet
wanting to, but
penetration.
I can't shoot this guy.
This game is so cool, bro.
Oh yeah, it's a really good game.
Fuck. Yo, I want
Tropical,
to
you
get
guys
this game
were-
so
you guys were
bad.
saying
This
that you
game
were
is so
experimenting with, like,
freaking cool.
Explosives. How far is that gonna go? Like, can you put Street 4 on a wall like Rainbow?
Wait, sorry. Can you repeat your question about explosives? And guys, by the way, I'm gonna ask for one favor. One of my biggest happinesses is like just getting into a chat with 100 cool people and like talking to everybody. But if people like start talking over each other and stuff, it just makes it like not fun. And then if I get like a headache, I just can't do that. So super down to stream as long as I can, answer everybody's questions, but let's be nice to each other. What was the question about someone asked a question about grenades or something?
No, explosives. Just
Explosives?
Like, how far is that gonna go? Because like, you know, you can explode walls in Rainbow, but like,
I see. So yeah, I know what you mean. So I actually got word today from Justice. Justice is on the team. He comes from working on Halo Infinite. He's a fucking beast, and he's testing out right now, like being able to do like even like cement destructibles and shit like that. So if you like blow up a grenade on a concrete wall, it'll like explode. So he's testing that out right now, and he sent me a video. I haven't seen it yet, but I have to check it out.
Bro, Epic Creeper, shut up with your sounds.
Also,
you can mute him.
Will ladders get a
Sorry,
rework?
what?
I've been playing the game and ladders are a little hard to grab right now.
Bro,
Yeah, so we're gonna right now you can't grab the middle, but we're gonna make it so you can just grab everything because it's like too accurate and it's just hard in VR, especially when I'm trying to kill people, like with the gun.
Exactly. And I'm trying to like climb in a fast-paced situation. It's just
Exactly. So we were trying to make it realistic, but we realized that we just need to make it like work instead of being so realistic.
Yeah.
Do you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
I have a.
Yeah.
Okay, the microphone wasn't set right. That's why.
Wait, can I real quickly say something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My brother had spent 6 hours trying to get a VAIL key, so when I got the key earlier today, I just gave it to him.
Oh, that's super nice.
Nice one, dude.
Yeah. Now I gotta try and get a key myself now.
I
Would
believe
you
in
like
you.
gadgets for like Rainbow Six Siege? So like grappling hooks or like med kits, kind of like that.
We haven't really explored any of that type of stuff, but Rainbow Six Siege is like a crazy passion of me and Ood. And I think some other players on the team also like it. So we definitely like that game. So we want to explore other things in the future, but right now the main priorities are just core features, some more maps, some more guns, and straight performance because VR is very demanding compared to regular games. Yeah.
Whoa, stream is lagging right now.
I have a question.
Oh gosh.
Are you guys like thinking, or maybe it's a suggestion, like maybe like one of those like smoke grenades, but like when you throw it, there's gonna be like a loot drop out of the sky, you know?
Oh, what? Oh,
You're talking about the airdrop? Yeah, we're talking about kill streaks right now, and that's one of the things we love the most. The airdrop, it adds like a little like mystery.
Yeah, so like when what like that that would be pretty damn cool.
Yeah, we want to add kill streaks. That's on the near future. That one we already talked about.
Oh, you guys should add in specialists and alternative weapons.
Are you guys gonna
customization?
Oh.
Can you wall bang it?
For like smoke grenades and utilities, or specifically smoke grenades. In the future, will there be a way to like change the color? Because I think that would be kind of just a little thing.
I'll do
It would
that.
just be great.
Don't kill the boy. I'm trying to pwn.
Is there any bullet drop?
Is there any bullet what?
Bullet drop.
Moving on.
Yeah, there's bullet drop.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, the guns is like the main. Look, can you see my stream? Check this out. I'm really proud of this. So you see this AK?
Are you still on Twitch?
Yeah.
I'm on both. But look, just check this out. I'm shooting the gun.
Oh, the recoil isn't bad at all.
No, look. Oh, sorry. See?
Oh,
Whoa,
damn.
That's actually fucking
That's
sick.
really good.
That's sexy. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, yo.
Too heavy, too heavy.
Boneworks? Boneworks?
Boneworks in multiplayer.
Boneworks.
On God?
Yo. This still like just Boneworks, but then like.
Get a trick shot, cuz.
I have a
Trick shot.
360.
Oh, let's go.
I was gonna ask you something and I completely forgot.
Oh, damn.
Got me, got me.
All right.
I've been waiting for this game for so. I
Here's a question. Hold up, hold up.
I heard about it on TikTok.
What's the question from someone? Let's be nice.
So you said Patreon, like donate $2 or more, right? You get keys, right?
Well, the way that we're doing the Patreon is like, if you're gonna sub just to get a key, like please don't do that. What we're trying to do with the Patreon community is we're trying to get a community of people that like want to work on the game with us, give us feedback, give us community input on like what they want to see in the game and things like that. And we're actually working on adding all the names into the game for every tier in different ways. So if you're gonna donate just to like get the key, I don't recommend it. And if I find out it just like it's not cool, I'm not gonna like do anything about it, but like I don't think it's cool. I think if you donate even $1 a month or something, like we have a Patreon chat and like I'm talking to everybody there, everyone's super nice and friendly, and like that's like that means the world to us, right? Like if you're invested in making this the best game. So that's really what we're looking for. I hope that helps answer it.
Can I piggyback off
Yeah.
that? Can I piggyback off that?
Sure,
So,
what's up?
Me, and some other people, we're all Patreon supporters. We all had to like say this stuff for the past like 3 days because the amount of people who have been asking if they can get a key just from Patreon support. The point of Patreon is the longevity of your investment into the game. It's not about getting free access.
Yeah, because you're gonna get access soon anyway, so it's like it doesn't even make sense. And the game's not ready yet even. So like casual players, we don't even want you to see the game yet in its current state. So like the only people we want like to see it are the people that are down to like make it better right now.
Yeah,
Once it's ready, everyone's gonna get access.
I wish I could
I
help.
just wanted to know what
And it's about making the game FQC because, you know, right now it's unpredictable. So like giving Patreon support to make the game FQC is the main point of it, not to just get free access.
Yeah, and I can talk a little bit about that. So it's really interesting, but there really hasn't been many free-to-play games in VR. It's kind of like an untested thing.
Well,
the only two games are like VR chat. There's Rec Room and like VR. There's not like big games, especially in multiplayer shooters. Like there just isn't a multiplayer shooter that's free to play yet. The two big games that are free to play. What's a free to play that's free? I'm curious. Or what's a free to play? Well, that's not a free to play game.
That's not free to play.
Shaq's free at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. They're gonna take it down and make everybody pay for the game. That's just like a beta.
Yeah, I already paid for the game.
Yeah, so that's not. Yeah, so let me explain if you guys are interested, because as a gamer I always wondered like why, and I started learning from being on like the business side. So like it's really hard to get a player base in VR. One, because it's not that big of an industry, and two, most games just aren't that good. So developers are actually told from investors, charge for the game up front. There's a lack of VR content. Gamers are going to buy it anyways, and if you lose all your players, you at least made all your money up front. Free to play in regular games works like a charm only if it's a good game. If you make a free to play game and it's not a Fortnite or a Call of Duty or like one of those games, you're not going to make money free to play because you just won't get a big player base. You might as well just make the money from selling the game for like $60. But our goal is if we can be a really good shooter with a bunch of community members, VR community members that want to see this grow, and then we have enough people behind us and we can convince our investors that it makes sense to go free to play, then we'll be the first free to play VR shooter that's good with the league and an esports scene. And then when we go onto PlayStation, our goal is to go into PlayStation and be like the free to play shooter on the PlayStation VR 2 that's going to come out next year. And then we'll just have like the most players. And when we have a lot of players, we can add like a bunch of game. I'll give you an example. So it's a thing where if you add too many game modes in a VR multiplayer game, you're taking a small player base and you're chopping it up even further, and it makes it nearly impossible to ever find a group to play with if you're looking for a specific game mode, right? So that's why for beta, we're only using 2 game modes, and we have a bunch of game modes ready to go, but the more people that we have playing, the more comfortable we feel with adding more game modes, because if we add too many up front and you split up the player base between the game modes, it might not make it a good time. And we're really working on the matchmaking system. So imagine queuing up for a game mode like capture the flag, and boom, like you wait half an hour, you never find anybody. It's just like not a good experience. So it's just the truth that it's where VR is at right now. But I definitely don't see it being that way forever. VR is going to
You're done
continue
with
to
this.
grow.
I have a question for you.
Look,
Go
I
ahead.
have
What's your
a-
question?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So look, you were
so-
talking like a few
Let's
minutes ago. You were talking about.
let's take turns. Let's take turns. One at a time.
You were talking about like with the Patreon and like if you can like people can like help you guys make the game, you know?
Yeah.
And like I already made like I think now 3 VR games.
No way. That's
And
sick.
I'm pretty good at that, but like I thought maybe I can help you guys with like some ideas because me and my friend are really good at coding.
That's awesome. Use what engine do you use?
I don't know. I don't know what we use. My friend just sent it to me on Discord.
All right. How about this? Figure out what game engine you use.
But I don't
Yeah.
even know what you use.
Figure out what game engine you use, and I'd love to know what you use. And if you don't use Unreal Engine, I highly recommend you download Unreal Engine and learn some free tutorials. It's free, and it's like the best engine that we use to make our VR multiplayer game. And it's the same engine that Fortnite uses, so it's really good for multiplayer netcode.
That leads right into a question I was gonna ask.
All right, go ahead. Next question. Next question.
So what I was gonna say is it's not gonna be multiplayer shooter. It has shooter parts to it. I want to make a story game, and I've started working on it.
Oh man, this is
I want it to be VR.
quite a large room.
I was just gonna ask any tips to make it better.
I haven't seen it, but if you want to give me updates and stuff, I can give you like more detailed information. But like
Discord
generally,
server for it, I can DM it to you.
yeah,
Not
DM
much
it to me.
goes on there,
I'll check it
though.
out.
Hey,
it's cool.
I'll shoot it once we're done with this
It
game.
takes a long time. So let me give you some advice, and then I'll go to the next question. So the hardest thing about VR is actually iteration, because in VR, like I'll give you an example: competitive shooters or MMORPGs or platformers, like any other game, has 10 or 20 years of what people expect it to feel like. So you already kind of know, you can test something, feel it out, and say, this is what people expect, it's ready to go. In VR, every little feature, every little interaction is so unique that you have to.
Almost was a physics first game.
I hear a lot of people talking.
Gmod of VR. Yeah,
No, it's just crib. Sir, mute yourself.
to the limit with this
Hello?
physics. You're seeing its sequel, which seems to have in some areas.
Guys, I'm just playing
huge challenge.
Hey, who's talking? I need to like mute them.
Okay, it was crib.
Oh, there we go.
He's
Sorry.
done,
Thank
he
you.
muted
Thank you. I won't mute you. Thank you very much. So yeah, the main thing is in VR, you have to get like at least a small community of like 10 friends. And every little thing you do, you need to just test it and be down to like, do version 100 of it. Like most of the things we have are like version 100 or plus. And in other games, you might get to version 2 or 3 and then be like, all right, this is good. Let's go. But not in VR. So VR takes a lot more time, and you need to test constantly with other people that aren't you, because the issue is user experience. So user experience in VR is very difficult. A lot of people get lost with like, how do things work, because it's like not easy to understand. So you need to make the design of the game in a way, either you have a bunch of onboarding tutorial videos and shit, or what's better, it's harder to do, but you have to make the game where like your friend that has VR experience, it's too hard to like try to focus on people that have never tried VR before. Like you're not going to get good feedback because like they don't know how to do anything. But they can learn. They can learn. But for people that play VR, if they jump into your game and you just watch them play without saying anything, and then take notes on, where they had hard troubles, where they said, hey, Tropical, like, how do you do this? And you take a lot of notes from people that already play VR, you'll start refining your systems to make it more intuitive. And that's how you make a good VR game, whatever genre it is. And I hope that helped answer. And now we will go to the next question.
Yeah. I had a question about just physics. So I was playing earlier and I saw like the physics on the gun. That was really cool. But do you think you'll ever implement like a physics-based player controller for things like climbing over obstacles or like onto ledges, stuff like that?
Yeah, so we have this. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
So we have vaulting and climbing, and we want to make it so you can vault over objects like in Rainbow Six Siege, and then you can climb ladders, like in VR, how you would expect. So, you climb like that. I can actually show you a ladder. There's a ladder over here. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. I'm trying to do.
I'll defend.
Okay? So you can
Hey,
climb
man.
ladders.
Ladders are hard to climb right now, in my
Can I
opinion.
ask a question?
What? What's the next question?
Tropical.
What's up?
So like, one of my VR games, it has like something like a bug, but I don't know what it is. I've like tried to.
Is it
find a
VAIL
lot
or
of-
is it another VR game?
No, it's another VR game that I made, but I've spent like
Oh, you
24
made it?
hours on it. Yeah, I made it.
Oh,
with
that's
my
super cool.
friend.
What's the bug? Maybe I know it.
I don't know. I don't know what's it called, but like
Oh.
when I'm just walking, I just get kicked out of the game for no reason.
I can't help.
Your game's crashing.
All right, so step number 1 is whenever you have a bug, you need to be able to replicate it. If you cannot replicate it, you cannot fix it. So even for anybody listening, we love player feedback, and we read through everything on the VAIL feedback channel. It's kind of like the morning news and daily news for everyone on the team. But whenever there's a bug, we're always going to ask, hey, can you try to take a video? And if you can replicate it in a video, that would be fucking awesome. Because when you can replicate a bug with accuracy, that's how you can get to the root in the code, like what is creating that issue. So I hope that gives you
exploitable.
Yeah.
I mean that too. You know from the bug automatically, but you need to know like how to replicate it to be able to fix it at the very least. But cool. What is the next question?
Can I ask it real quick?
Okay, yeah, you go.
Oh.
And I don't know who's like supposed to go next, so let's try to like self-moderate and prove to the world that gamers are civil. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I love that.
My question is, will there ever be like gun jamming? Like whenever you're shooting, it just randomly jams?
No, we're not gonna add gun jamming. We're not trying to go that realistic because it wouldn't be fair in a competitive setting. When you expect competitive integrity is reliability, right? It's community, it's reliability, and it's an esports scene. You need reliability, and you need it because if I'll give you an example. Like I love Call of Duty, so I'm allowed to say this. I love Call of Duty Warzone. It's like the coolest fucking battle royale, and I play it all the time. But it will never be a real competitive game because there's so much chance. A game like chess, basketball, like those games are tried and true. They're not chance. And imagine you pulled up to the basketball court and they changed the 3-point line every single time and didn't tell you. You couldn't like. I mean, it'd be interesting. You can put the Globetrotters on it, but it just wouldn't be like a real sport.
Game mode.
Yeah, so we're not going to add things like gun jamming or things that, ruin competitive integrity or leave it up to chance too much because that just wouldn't be fun. And if we want to experiment with some game modes that are more chance, they just won't be the competitive game mode. Like people can still play capture the flag and gun game and things like that. It just won't be like the game mode, which is artifact.
I can completely understand.
Yeah, gamers typically don't like RNG. Also, high tropical.
Yeah.
Hey,
Warzone flashbacks.
Ask Minecraft
I have a
speedrunners.
question about the clothing. How do I know like the sizes, pretty much?
Oh, for the merch website?
Yeah, because I'm looking at it right now, and I'm just gonna say, I love the
Rayab? Called Rayab.
Yeah, that one.
Awesome. Yeah, we really spent a lot of time on the merch, and we wanted to make like the merch like something that you'd want to wear like somewhere cool. Like you can wear it at home, you can wear it like anywhere. You go on a hot date. I want you wearing that, and people are gonna be like, "Damn, that's dope." You know what? Like everyone does the same basic merch. I support everybody, by the way. Like if I like you and you have merch, I'm gonna buy your merch, and I most likely won't wear it out. I'll wear it to the studio. But if it's really cool, I'm gonna wear it. And there's very few people like Thrillseeker and Panda have sick merch that I wear out. I really like their merch a lot, but they focus a lot on it. Other companies and brands, they just put like a logo on like some Hanes t-shirt and call it a day. Like all our stuff is custom. It's like really good quality material.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
babe, I'm a VAIL
if I were
playtester.
to buy that shirt, will it get me really like hot? Because when I'm playing VR, I can sweat. Okay.
I'll tell you
And it's
something. You
long
don't sweat
sleeve.
more than me. I'm sweating right now, and I'm in Miami, and I've tested it in Miami, so
Miami
it's
humidity.
very breathable.
No, I live in Florida.
It has to go through the tropical test. You cannot sweat.
I live in Florida, so I understand.
And hold my shields. He's not hearing me, but hold my shield sweats even more than me.
Yes or no question, real quick.
Go
Just
ahead.
a quick
I have a
yes or no
suggestion
question.
for the game.
No, hold on.
What's the yes or no question? Let's take turns, guys.
Do you have any
so I have,
colonist
like,
merch?
Yes or no question?
pretty.
Yeah, we have, I think, 1 or 2 pieces of colonists. It sucks. I'm a colonist personally, but the art team just happens to be Rayabs, and they focus on the Rayab first. But there is like 1 or 2 pieces for colonists, and the next season's gonna have more colonist stuff, which I'm hyped about.
Team.
I'll just have to look around at that
say like
stuff.
a quick suggestion
No,
for the
bro.
game?
Yeah, make any suggestions you want. Go ahead.
So look, I just thought of something cool that like you have like different ranks of like the first rank is like just normal, you just fight. Second
Whatever,
rank
no
is
one was
like
dying, the game's
medic,
over.
so you can like help other people. You know?
So, like a
so you have
class
like a badge of medic, like a badge with medic.
Oh,
on
a
it.
role?
Yeah, I know what you're
So
talking
that
about.
people-
We're focusing on a loadout system to make it more reliable and stuff like that. But we're gonna start adding more things like shotguns and snipers, so you can pick like what
Yeah.
type of person you want to be. Like, do you want to be a sniper? Do you want to be a close quarter combat shotgun, blow their brains out?
Can you?
Yeah, that's
be,
pretty
like,
cool.
So can you like pick a role like in game? Like so pretty much like.
No. You can just pick
You
a
can pick your
loadout, and when you
team.
make a team, yeah, like you all talk like who's better at what, and you try to form a team around your team's individual strengths.
Can I say something on that? Can I piggyback off that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Let him piggyback. What's up?
So there's a content creator out there named Theta. He makes a really
Theta's
good
fucking awesome.
YouTube
He's a
video
partner.
on how to strategize in VR games. He uses Onward, but they can still be applied to VAIL. I would honestly recommend checking him out for content.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, Theta's one of our partners, and he's super awesome. They've been helping us on the game for a long time. They're actually the ones running the league. And they also, Theta made a book that's fucking amazing. And if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. I think it's like $10 on Amazon. Dude, I read Theta's book, and I like had to redesign the whole fucking thing. I was like telling everybody in the team, like, guys, read this book. And this guy's got thousands, I don't know how many hours, but just thousands of hours in VR
He's
esports.
insane.
Where can
He's
I
just-
buy the merch?
The
That's
merch
crazy.
is xlab.com. AEXLAB.com. And then
I'll buy it.
Theta.
Yeah, buddy, so I don't want to buy Twitch followers, you see. I'm not that kind of guy, you know. I don't want to go out of my way to buy Twitch followers. You know how it is. I'm good, thanks. I'll pass on that one. You know, I don't think that's a very safe thing to do.
Scan started.
Yeah, we scanned. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna have to log into my Twitch real quick. God, my game is running like doo-doo right now.
Round win.
Hey, we won. Easy.
Round starting.
I don't know who a woo is, but whatever.
Us. But yeah, so what ended up happening is the VR market started getting bigger, and we realized like shit, like we have a really good game, and it might even be the #1 VR game. Like we have like, you know, Thrill Seeker, Virtual Reality Oasis. We got like 1,500 crowdfunding investors.
It has fucking potential.
Yeah, like we started noticing that in 2020 when COVID came, we were like, damn, like VR is getting bigger, it's getting better. We have a lot of people that want us to do this. So I remember I went to all these like big investors like, hey, like, can you give me money so I can make the best VR game? And every single investor for like a year was so annoying. Like some of them were like, oh, like, you know, you're a first time guy. You don't know how to make a game.
Do it.
Or VR's too small, or VR's only going up because it's COVID. So like it's the COVID jump. It's not like gonna stay like that. They're wrong, duh. But the #1 question they'd ask is, who's on your team, right? And I'd be like, oh, it's me, my brother, my sister, and like a few other scrappy people. And they were like, oh, like you need to get like an ex-Google guy, an ex-Uber guy, like you need an ex. Yeah, like everyone like only wants to invest in like X something. Yeah, somebody, right? Like all these investors, and then I saw Elon Musk named his son like AEX13 or something. I thought it was. I know it's crazy, but I thought it was cool. So when we were going through names, Elizabeth and Albert are the ones that picked it, but I saw XLab, and it just reminded me of like Elon Musk's son, and also it's like XLab, like we're not X anything, like X Google, X Facebook, fuck that, like we're just like X-a-lab, you know, because we were working in like this little like storage room place that kind of like reminded me of like a shitty lab. But
sounds like a villain origin story right now.
yeah, and then I also thought, I'm like, it's really good for search engine optimization because it starts with the letter A. But then the issue is we made an email, and sometimes I email people and it goes into spam because it thinks it's like trying to say like sex lab or something. So either I'm a genius or I'm crazy. I'm not sure which one. Both. But yeah. We get our emails get sent in spam sometimes.
The name is good though. It's not bad.
It's funny because like everyone says it wrong too, so I'm like, damn it, should have been easier.
I didn't really know how I'm supposed to say it till just now. So
So
thank you.
is your merch in,
AE is silent. It's just X, like the letter X.
I
Lab.
figured.
X lab.
Yeah, I figured, but you confirmed that for me.
No, I mean, dude, people on the team sometimes still say like, "Hey, X lab," but I'm like, guys, like X lab.
Like if
They're
you're
like, oh, that's
talking,
easy. I'm like,
you
that's
just like don't catch
the way.
yourself. Victory.
I used to
Let's go.
quit.
Let's go.
What's happening? Why
But
can't
yeah, what's the next question? If anybody has one,
I have one.
go ahead.
So it's about like the tournament stuff.
Go ahead.
So let's say I wanted to make a team, right? Does that mean we have to participate in this like the event that's like starting this summer or whatever, or could we just have it and then wait?
You can make a team and not join. I don't know why you wouldn't, because every Saturday and Sunday we're just gonna host open qualifiers, and if you qualify, great. If you don't qualify, then whatever, you can join again later. But you can definitely just make a team and not do anything. I hope that you make a team and at least play, because I don't know why you'd make a team otherwise.
age? What's the age for it?
I think it's 13 is what IVRL's the partner, so it's whatever they say. But I think they said 13.
I'm pretty sure it's 13. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 13 too.
May I ask a question?
Question about graphics and stuff. Because
Go ahead.
I saw recently you moved from a 1060 recommended to a 1080, I believe.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have like a potato mode graphic setting? Because I can't run the game anymore.
We're not gonna do that. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. But right now, the performance is really bad, even with like my 3090 Ti. There's a lot of issues because we're integrating the matchmaking and like all these things, and it's like drawing a lot of API calls. So the performance is actually not the graphics problem; it's like a CPU problem right now. But that should be fixed very soon. And we've heard of people running it on like a 560 and it works. You just got to run everything on low and not have any other apps open. But really, we're looking at 1080s being like the target spec, especially for competitive. You want players to like have really good performance and not like bounce around in a rubber band. We've also had some people play.
Look up Plutosphere.
Yeah, I was gonna say like we've also had some people play on Plutosphere, which is pretty cool, and you can basically rent like for like $1 an hour or something, or $2 an hour, like a 3090.
Yes, and I don't know if you know this, guys. I'm just going to explain this real quick. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
The Plutosphere, they added persistent storage.
Oh, they did? That's good.
Yeah, we have a bundle with tokens. $40 a month gets you, I believe it's 12,000 tokens and a year-long, well, every month-long of persistent. And $10 a month gets you persistent, but you have to buy tokens separately.
It's like separate tokens?
Yes. Like you buy your persistent, but you still have to buy tokens to keep it working. Like to keep playing.
Do though?
So you have to buy tokens and then use the tokens to rent the stuff. So it's like going to Chuck E. Cheese and getting tokens.
Tokens is your amount of time, and the first tier of buying tokens is 600 for $2, but it's on sale 90%.
Yeah, let them go to the website. So what's the website called?
It's store.pluto.app.
There you go.
Somebody was
Bro,
I'm in Miami, so I hear Spanish stuff all the time. That's pretty funny. All right, no more though.
No habla español.
What's were there any other questions, guys, or not really?
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was wondering if people with gun stock, like in real life, have an unfair advantage.
Virtual stock, baby.
It's not, look, in my opinion, a physical stock gives you a little better aim for long range, not mid range, or if you need it for like short range or mid range, you just suck. But for long range, it definitely is going to help a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But we also have virtual stocks, 2 versions of them that work almost the same, in my opinion, if not better, because the physical stock, you get slowed down in reloading speed. So, you get a little better long range, but a lot of slower on every single type of reload you do. So I personally don't play with gun stock. I use, I freehand it, but sometimes if I'm shaky, I just use virtual stock 1 and gun smoothing. And between gun smoothing and virtual stock, like I watched Thrill Seeker go like, I don't know, -10-0 on a stream, and then he was like asking Nadix like, what are your settings? He used Nadix's settings for gun smoothing and virtual stock. The guy just started getting like a 10-1 kill death ratio. So
Can I say the settings?
Settings help a lot.
I know the
May
settings.
I ask a question?
He uses VStock Type 1 with medium smoothing. That's it.
There we go. V-Stock Type 1 with medium smoothing. You heard it here first.
Let me write that down.
I gotta use high because I'm shaky as hell.
I don't know, but like I'm just gonna.
I think I'm freehanding right now. I'm not sure.
What was the next question? There was someone with like a really cool deep voice that like was trying to ask.
They were using a text-to-speech.
May I ask a question?
Who was it?
Hey Axel, I do not have a microphone, so I use this soundboard to communicate. I was wondering if you need some English to Spanish translations, because I can help out in there. I am a native Spanish person.
Oh, yo también puedo hablar español porque soy de Miami. So that's very interesting. I speak Spanish. Half the team speaks Spanish fluently. We're all Miami. So I'm a gringo, but
prepared for that.
I'm gringo, but I hit the Spanish. We got French speakers. We got French. We got French, Italian, Spanish, Brazilian. We have a lot of different languages. Israeli. We have a bunch of people in the studio here in Miami, so we hit most of the languages. But I do appreciate that, and if you want to review it later, once we're like done with the vocalization, I'll definitely send it to you. You can check it out.
Yes.
Thank you.
I took 3 years of Spanish class, and I still can't speak
Spanish class didn't teach me anything. I learned it all in the streets, guys.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm
There you go. You heard it here first.
I get a Spanish girlfriend to get mad at you, and she'll teach you really quick.
Can I?
I do have a Spanish. Well, I used to be best friend. I don't know if we are anymore.
What's the question?
Scan started.
I believe somebody had a question. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna speak on like the whole gun stock versus not gun stock thing.
Oh yeah,
from
speak
own
on it.
personal
Speak on it.
experience. Yeah. So, Tropical, by the way, this is Yellowhead, by the way.
Okay,
so,
what's up, Yellowhead? Your voice sounded familiar. So for all y'all that don't know, right under Nadix, Yellow Hat, crazy killer in Vale. If you see him, run or be on his team.
One or two. Anyways, so I come from Pavlov, where like the V stock is really good, and I sincerely think like I use V stock too, and I don't think I really use any gun smoothing or anything, but I'd have to look. But yeah, I mean, there isn't like too much recoil in this game, and I mean with the virtual stock and everything, like you'll get steady and everything. And Tropical was saying too that like you do lose a little bit of reload speed as well when you're trying to use a stock, because even they come with magnets and everything.
You can practice, and I've seen like some people be crazy with it, but I just can't be faster with it.
And especially in this game where like most of the engagements are kind of short range anyways. Or that's a misrep. Like short to mid range. Like it's not like there's anything that's super long. Even
there's no crazy long range.
Yeah. Whereas Onward is a game that like has a lot of long range.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah. So.
I guess fair enough, but we're gonna start once we get the snipers in the game. We're gonna have some really long range maps to take advantage of that.
That'll be cool.
The boy's gonna need a gun stock because the man's shaky.
The boy's gonna need.
Even our ACOG scope I can barely use. I'm like too shaky with it. I was watching Wise Director's stream yesterday, and he was literally using the SCAR with the ACOG scope and just so clean, like bing, bing, bing headshots, and I was like, bro, like how?
He was in the military. That's how.
I don't know if he was freehanding. I don't think he was because he was doing too good.
Too good. Too good to freehand it.
Dude, I should have calm down.
Headshotting literally everyone.
Yeah, I got a question.
What's your question?
So I joined the IVRL team, and I remember you saying that event with Thrill Seeker that you guys did, that whole Discord event. You said that.
How do you
IVRL team.
Sorry, I couldn't hear the end part. Yeah, that stream. What happened?
Yeah, you said that if you joined an IVRL team, you were supposed to get a key at some point.
Yeah, so the IVRL board, Paper Fox, Oblivious, and myself are going one by one for the full teams. So if you sign up with the full team, send me a DM and I'll just expedite you to the front. We're just doing quick.
Team?
Yeah, DM me, and then what I'm gonna do is you're gonna put me in a group chat with like your whole team that's registered. And then I'm going to bring like 1 or 2 guys from IVRL. We're going to give you like all the onboarding stuff so you know exactly how everything works, about the daily pugs in the IVRL Discord, if you want to find more teams or whatever, and like all the rules. And then by doing that, we also get to like know you a little bit, so we can become friends in case you ever need something or not. And we also find out if you're like, here to get keys and make fake accounts, or if you're like actually trying to be a competitive player. I believe you and everything. I'm just letting you know like why we do everything.
Yeah, I joined the #1
you
craft
started.
dinner
Okay.
with the realistic Bart Simpson. That's at like the front page.
Nice. What's the name? Give me one more time. The Simpson what?
#1 craft dinner enjoyers.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that. Nice.
Yeah.
And by the way, if anybody wants any like VR esports advice, take advantage of Yellow Hats here. Their time is very valuable.
Can I
And they're very,
ask
very
something?
pro. Go ahead.
Go ask.
Yeah, ask me anything.
Bro, you're crap.
How do you play VAIL on Quest 2?
Link
So if you're on
cable
a
or
Quest
alien.
2, the best thing, the best thing is a link cable. The second best thing is Air Link with the PC, or you can use Pluto Sphere. I don't like that personally. I need like our game's also in heavy development, so like if you're not using the best stuff, like it's a bad time usually. Eventually it's gonna be all perfect.
Works perfectly for me. That's what I'm using right now.
Yo, Head.
What's up?
How do you play for long periods of time with like, because like when I play Pavlov for like 2 to 3 hours, my back starts to hurt a lot. Like how do you have that many hours?
I mean, honestly, just like even like I've done like I think the last like VAIL tournament that happened, for example, like that was like 6 hours straight of gaming and like on your feet and everything. And it's important, just like, you know, maybe every couple hours or so, just like take like 5-10 minutes off the headset, just like, you know, so that you can, you know, just be relaxed and everything, and you can also just like, you know, build up that endurance too. I mean,
Yellow, I have a question. Piggybacking off that, do you exercise? Does that like help you be better?
I'm sure it definitely does. I mean, I've definitely been slacking on that a little bit, just specifically because of work and everything. But I'm 100% sure that it'll help, and then that's part of the reason why I did like VR anyways, because like, I mean, I didn't want to, and I just didn't want to be sitting in my chair all day. I wanted to, you know, be up and, you know, even if it's a little movement here and there, just to be like, you know, standing instead of just sitting all day. I do that 8 hours, 9 hours a day anyways at work. I don't want to do it for more.
Can
You know?
I ask something else?
I have something else to add to Yellow Hat. So, Yellow Hat, I personally am a lazy ass fucking gamer, so I'm really happy that VR makes me move. But like maybe a year ago, I was like begging Ood. I had some people that were like VR esport players in wheelchairs, and they were begging me for like a seated mode, and I was just like, yo, like this is great, and if I can play seated too, I'll be happy. So we added a seated mode, and like I actually played pretty nasty with the seated mode. The thing is, it has to be a specific chair. It has to be a spinning chair without the armrest on the side. So I only have one of those in the studio, and then like that's mine. So how do you feel about playing seated? Like, have you tried it in a VAIL? I'm curious.
I have not personally, usually because I play standing, but I have a good friend by the name of Handy Clapper who, you know, he plays in a wheelchair, and some of you might know him. I'm not even kidding. That's his name, and he he absolutely kills it, and he, you know,
Tropical. I have a glitch to show you real quick.
With Pavlov, he had to like, you know, set up a bunch of things and whatnot. But
does he play VAIL with seated?
He might have, and he does play a lot of contractors and stuff too. And usually, you know, you can mess with height stuff to just, you know, try to do some sort of version of seated mode. But I'm sure he would like the seated mode too. But
yeah, I would love Yellow Hat. I'm gonna bug you, bro. If you can put me in a DM with him, I don't know if he's tried or not, but if he has it, I'd love to get his feedback. And if he has tried it, I'd love to hear what he thinks.
Well, I'm gonna go.
I found a glitch for you that you might want to know about.
What is
it? Sooner by chance.
Where are you at?
Is Steam VR better than Quest 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Steam VR is a platform and Quest 2 is a headset, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this out there.
Do you like
kind of different
mode?
Tropical, over here.
Anything
behind
that
you.
is PC VR is better.
Where am I going?
Over here. Well, hopefully,
I'm
I'll show you in the next game. Well, if you walk into the wall holding both, the guns will just disappear sometimes. Like,
oh, that's a physics problem. I'll write that down.
Better deal.
It did it earlier. I did it with all 3 of my guns. Well, 3 different guns.
The only thing I'm
and
gonna
they
say
just disappeared.
that the Quest 2 does
Probably
better
good
than
thing
like
to know.
let's say the Valve Index is the eye resolution.
Oh, look,
and durability.
I need to talk about that. I've been a Valve Index fanboy my entire life since it came out, and Panda in the studio uses a Quest 2 with a link cable. It's just better. It's actually better. It just looks crispy. Now I'm using my Valve Index right now. When I use my Valve Index, I feel like it's blurry now. And you do have wider field of view, but you don't even want to use the wider field of view on the Index because it looks blurry anyways.
I'm watching the new game, remember?
Yellow Hat, what headset do you use? I'm curious.
I'm on an Index, but I also do have a Quest 2 as well.
What do you play competitively with? Because I like
An
for
Index.
really, because I don't. The thing is, I like the buttons more because I just feel like it's more reliable on the Quest 2.
So I like the ability to be able to like it just feels natural with me with the Index, and then also I like the 144 like
that's fair.
144 hertz.
I know.
And I dream of being able to play
I don't know
Veil
how much you've been able to take
144.
advantage of that in Veil recently, but hopefully soon.
Somebody has their
is-
mic unmuted, by the way. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, someone's leaking mad bad.
Is Combra?
I'm just gonna
Is
say, I'm
Combra
gonna
VR the
piggyback on
best
my own.
VR in the world?
Quest
Cobra?
2 is better in eye resolution, but Index is like basically better than everything else. Library, OS, everything like that. But the Index is an absolute. It's just a piece of glass. That thing can break from anything. The controllers break all the time. Wires.
I don't want to tell you how many.
Dude, it's insane.
Oh,
Honestly,
Quest
God,
is
I was
the
gonna
beast,
buy a
that's
Valve
for
Index.
sure.
I was gonna buy a Valve Index, and I was like, dude, this.
Yellow
is
Hat from behind.
Oh no!
I saw it.
I was trying to shoot the guy that was behind you.
I know. I was getting shot. I was taking damage for you.
I did not want to replace my controllers up again.
Yeah. No. I don't need to tell you how many times I've like replaced my left controller because of stick drift.
Ouch.
That's a good grenade, Grandpa.
My brother
What?
showed me. Wait, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
My brother taught me a way of how to stop controller drift by just using a can of compressed air on the
Okay.
on the stick.
On the system. For Quest 2, I don't know about Index. What I use for Quest 2 is I spray it with compressed air, and then I get a little art brush that's soft tipped and it's fine, and I go around and brush in. Then I take a can of electronic contact cleaner that's safe for plastics, and then I spray it, and then I use the brush one more time. Or not the brush, the little like can't really describe it. It's like one of those. It isn't yellow. It's just fine tip. I go around do
Can I
that.
ask
let it
something really quick?
completely like just gets a good contact cleaner, works wonders. Just make sure you don't spray too much because it'll puddle. But it'll work wonders. I don't know.
Damn, I need to get to Yellow Hat's level. They're 3 and 1 right now.
Can I ask something else?
What's up?
Tropical.
Go
I
ahead.
literally, wait, you remember me, right? You remember me, right? I'm Soviet Cat.
Oh, what's up, Soviet Cat? Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
tell voices,
so
and I'm not looking at the names, but I remember your name.
I literally
a
just
Discord
made
overlay.
it like 15 minutes. I just made a remix.
A remix to what?
Of a song.
Nice. DM it
Wait,
to me. I'd love to
do
play
you
it.
want to hear it?
Not right now because there's a lot of people here, and I don't think that would be nice. But if you DM it to me, I'll check it out. I'll give you feedback. Half our team are actually all musicians, so I love listening to new music.
Yeah, give me an example of who's musician.
A fun fact.
I don't know
Being-
how to send it to you, but
Send me a link on unlisted YouTube, maybe.
I don't know how to send it. Wait, let me just...
But yeah, fun fact, we were actually a music studio for about 10 years before we got into VR game dev, and we started off making like virtual reality music video experiences. And then Ood went psycho and wanted to make a VR first-person shooter.
Yeah, but I just made like
apparently it worked.
Do you know the song "Past the Dutchie"?
I thought he was crazy, but yes, it worked.
Do you know the song "Past the Dutchie"?
I don't know the song, but I'll listen to the original and the one you made.
Okay.
If you want any sax tracks in the game, I'm the man.
I cannot send it to you. I don't know how to.
Send me the link.
Right here's the glitch.
Upload it to
Tropical.
YouTube unlisted.
Like watch. Right. It's not working now.
And then copy the
Oh, yeah,
link.
upload it to YouTube, unlisted, and then
Maybe
send
it was
a
just a
link
temporary
to.
glitch. But if like you were right on the wall.
No, I saw it. I already wrote it down, that glitch. I saw it. I have to replicate
I
it
cannot
too.
put it in it.
No.
I haven't
do
because
YouTube
I put it in my SoundCloud.
If it's on SoundCloud, you can send me the link too.
Make it
On
a
SoundCloud?
Also,
Send me the SoundCloud link. I have SoundCloud.
No, SoundPad.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's just where you
It's a
play songs
website
on.
for. You should be. He should be able to see. I'm setting it public.
Yeah,
he should be able to see.
public and send link.
Can I ask something else?
Should be able to see.
I want to ask Tropical
Let's
something
keep
real quick
going.
about music.
Go ahead, ask me about music
Can I
first.
ask something else?
Yeah, right after the other guy. Take turns.
All right, so I'm a gamer, I'm also a musician, and I have a lot of. You said we were allowed to DM you music now?
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what that got me thinking, because I have a lot of ideas. Because Veil is a like futuristic shooter, and I have a lot of ideas for like in-game music, competitive music, different
Yeah,
situations.
please do. We have a
lobby
lot of
music.
composers that work with us, and we always listen to new stuff all the time.
Yes,
We just asked this question. Please DM me. This
I
is
can
Epic
make
Creeper.
like
Please DM
action.
me. I would love to talk to you.
I'm pretty good at making.
I'm a music nerd.
Action music. Like,
The biggest music nerd is probably, well, Lux is a musician, Ud's a musician, Elizabeth's a musician, a lot of others are musicians too. I'm like the least musician. I don't make music, I just like it.
I'm going into music when I graduate high school.
I made one
Music's my
song.
life.
I made one song and it sounded terrible.
Does anybody
forgot.
does anybody know like a good like program to make sounds on? Like
I used Ableton.
Wait, what are you using, Tropical?
Used Ableton when I made a song.
Is it called
Able?
Ableton?
Yeah, ABLETON.
Talking about music, I use that.
Can I ask something else, please?
Go ahead. What's your question? Let's keep moving.
Why is the Oculus Quest much? It's much more expensive than the Oculus Quest 2.
It's just their pricing, I guess.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't really decide that. You want Mark Zuckerberg's number? You can call him.
Wait, Travel,
More money, more people in VR, I'd say.
I'm 10-0 right now. Fuck, I'm out of ammo.
Yeah, no.
Pistol.
They make you jump.
I thought I killed you. What the hell?
I say.
No, Tropical, I can fix that for you.
What? Fix what? More ammo?
I can make you 10 and 1.
Yeah, good luck. Oh, fuck. So how much you got?
He can do it. I'll let
just ran out of ammo.
TV do it instead.
No,
Yellow
if only
hat.
there was
I'm
melee in
technically
the game.
better than you because I have less kills but higher KD.
It's true.
Well, not anymore.
Will there be open
Yellow
casting games?
Yellow,
be an
if you
open
don't win
what?
this tournament,
Hold on.
I'm gonna be disappointed.
Will there be an open what?
Will there be like open like you said like you can spectate games in like your base and stuff? But would there
There's
be,
a
like,
spectator
open
tool. There is a spectator tool that you can use, and it's pretty cool
For
actually.
Destiny.
12 and 14, I think I just
Yeah, I was wondering about like watching pro games, just with people.
Eventually, we want to add it so that when we have these like scrims or pro games like for the league set up, you can go in as a spectator and be like a rab or a colonist, like watching a live game like in an arena. Like imagine like being at a baseball or soccer field. Yeah, like a stadium. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the text so that you can only have maximum like 50 or 100 people depending on how far we can push a performance. But we can run like different instances that replicate the same stuff. So you can always be watching it with people, but we won't have like 1 million people in one server like watching it.
It's like a Fortnite event kind of thing then.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what streaming's for.
Yeah, but in VR, bro, VR is just so fucking dope. Like like if I can be in it, I want to be in it. So
yeah, and also for the gun.
VR headset.
So me real quick, Tropical, with the guns, there's a thing for left. Just an idea. I don't know if it's possible, but so I'm left-handed, so I hold my guns left-handed, but I hate left-handed mode.
Whoa, it's really
I bet there's a
quiet.
ton of people like that. So that
wait,
ammo
what do you
indicator.
hate about? Oh, the ammo is about to change, by the way. I think it might even be in now. Yeah, for left-handed.
Okay, I see an ammo indicator.
Yeah, indicator.
Oh my god. Yeah, but so if possible, like when holding it in your left hand, it swaps to the left side of the gun.
Yeah.
And right hand, it's on the right side. How it is already.
Oh
Just
wow.
Since when you're holding it two-handed, your right hand covers it.
Can you send that to me as a message? Send it over to the guy that's building that specific feature.
Who is it?
Send Tropical the message, and I'll give it to the people that are working on that.
Okay.
I found a good one sooner, by the way.
Testing and stuff. I'll try to remember to do that.
I got a question.
I'll send a screenshot.
What's your question?
Holy shit.
So my question is, I think this has been a lot of the feedback channel recently, but a lot of the gun, like where your gun is in front of your chest, your ammo, your pistol ammo, as
Yeah, I
well
know
as
you're
your
gonna ask.
pistol.
We're gonna do a full tactical rig update after beta. Yeah, so you're gonna be able to pick like where you want. Like you're gonna still have the same slots. You're just gonna be able to pick where you want to put the slots, including the you know the tacticals and shit, because that just kind of sucks.
That too, but like everything just kind of feels very like outside of your body. Like Onward, I think they did a pretty good job at that. With the tacticals, maybe not because it's kind of
We
blind.
don't even want to try to guess what people want. We're just gonna make the setting so you can place it where you feel most comfortable, and then that way, everyone can get what they want.
Yeah.
No, it just makes it easier because we were talking to like thousands of people, and everybody had a different opinion, and we were like, "Fuck, like we can't make everybody happy, but we can give everyone a setting that lets them pick where they want certain things."
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea.
Because everything right now for me feels like floaty.
I mean, that's why there's also multiple virtual spots too, because you know,
trying to make everybody happy.
Somehow people like Onward's virtual stock, and then a lot of people like Pavlov and Contractors virtual stock. So, I believe me, I've used Onward's virtual stock once. I'm like, never again. Let me just no V stock it and just hope for the best.
Honestly, never played Onward. Never bought it.
Onward, the community there right now, and you get on like any game, it's kind of weird. Like it's odd. I don't like that community that much anymore, especially because I've been like,
I killed you.
I think that's fair to say. I think every community has a lot of different people, and you just need to find the people that you like. And I noticed that all the cool people usually have like their own Discord or something too.
Definitely true because some people, not most, but like a large group of people that I know are like kind of rude to each other in that community. I don't really like it. Didn't like the vibe of it.
I hate it when you find people like that. They're no fun.
Yeah, Onward.
No, guys, I think VR is in such a fragile state that anyone involved in VR right now, we're like so niche already that we should all work together and be nice to each other because all I want at least is more VR games and hardware and stuff. And you know, if people start tearing each other apart, then it's not gonna be good. Like we're already struggling as an industry. We don't need any more stress. Definitely don't need any more stress.
The community is a huge part of a multiplayer game.
Yeah,
like
like
you get a crap community, no one's gonna play your game.
Yeah. VAIL has a great community. A lot of communication. Devs are transparent. Feedback is received and actually applied. People aren't rude to each other. People help each other out. It's like probably.
How come we haven't gotten Volt? Like I want to play Volt. What the hell is that?
And the devs are absolutely amazing. Just saying.
All right. I'm gonna make a I'm gonna make a custom game. Let me see if there's Volt. TDM Miru, TDM Volt.
Okay. 125 Patreon followers. I believe you have over 125 right now.
No way. We have 125 Patreon people right now.
Over 125 by now.
No, check. What is it?
I'm gonna check right now.
I can't promise this, but I've been talking to some investors, and they're telling me if we can hit like 1,000 Patreon people, they'll believe that like we can do free to play. And I'm like, because I want to see like 1,000 people. 126. Oh, that's fucking awesome. It's only been out for 2 weeks.
How are they even skeptical? Like the first-person shooter that's good and goes free to play is gonna.
That's the thing. Like most investors aren't gamers, bro, and they just look at data and like no VR shooters done free to play, so they're like too scared. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, like if you do free to play,
missing out on that metaverse money. Just throw that word in.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, like the truth is, if we do free to play, we're not going to make revenue until like over a year later because we haven't even built out like in-game monetization. It's not been our focus because we're always focusing on the game, right? It would be crazy to like make like I'm not gonna say which games, but I've been in some games that they have like the craziest in-game monetization, shop, marketplace, everything, and the game sucks. And I'm like, yo, you just try to make money, and you flopped.
But them get money though. That's the thing.
Yeah, they do. They do. But it's that's the thing. Like, most studios work on like a few games or like even a dozen games at a time. They make a game, they make another game, they launch a new game all the time. We just want to be one studio that makes one game and works on it forever. And VR is so early that we have like, dude, 10, 20, 30 years of shit to do, at least in my head. So it's like almost limitless. So I definitely want to do in-game monetization. I need to convince investors that it makes sense to do that. And I think we're going to be able to do it between the Patreon supporters, the tournament, and the beta and everything. We'll have. I actually am really, really humbled by the Patreon and the esport players that have signed up. The game's not even fucking perfect or ready yet, and they're here, and everyone's been pretty nice. So as long as we can keep making progress on the game and the community, I think we'll be in a really good place to do that. Also, like people buying merch and stuff, like investors are like, oh wow, that's amazing. Like that's really good. It helps a lot. Like the Patreon and the merch and the esports tournament, those are like the three things I'm betting on to be able to convince. Yeah, I'm like betting on this to like, cause I see it, like we're all a part of like the, you know, the esport players. Like I'm in that group chat. I see the merch sales going and the Patreon thing. That to me was the biggest like surprise. The Patreon thing I did not expect. But between those three things, I feel like we'll have enough like support from the community that we can launch free to play. And if we're free to play, we'll be unstoppable. I mean, every gamer is going to at least try us. And as long as we keep making it better, you know, like they'll just stick around. And when PSVR 2 comes out, if we're free to play on that, then you're going to be getting a bunch of new gamers. And God knows that anyone that liked PSVR 1 doesn't know what's good. So they'll definitely like VAIL. Because PSVR 1, like, it was the worst headset I've ever tried.
Was a PSVR 1. That was my first headset ever, and it was awful.
Bro, it was so bad. It was the most popular headset. It made no sense.
Nothing. No locomotion. Always had to teleport with like a trigger.
And you have to stare at the TV because of the tracking. The tracking is crazy.
Wow, that sucked.
The lights.
Or use a controller.
Dude, I remember one of my friends, I walked into his house. He was using PSVR 1 and doing like a roller coaster experience. And then he threw up. And I was like, bro, this is obviously not the move in VR. You don't just like get VR for the first time and then do a roller coaster thing. And he's like, bro, PSVR was highlighting it as the game of the week. I had to do it. And I was like, nothing pisses me off more than roller coasters in VR at the malls, because people try it, they throw up because it's just nauseating, and then they think VR sucks. And I'm like, that's not VR. Like, it's annoying because it makes VR get a bad name.
I've had a conversation with like 5 different people
I come from the
already.
PSVR.
Yeah?
They're like, I don't like VR. It makes me sick. And then they list some like Google Cardboard.
Google Cardboard, yeah. I get so many people. I'm like, oh, I've done VR before. I'm like, what have you done? They're like, Google Cardboard it. I get them to try VAIL, and they're like, what? This is different. I'm like, of course it's different, bro. Like Google Cardboard is not the move.
Look at your hands. Exactly.
Yeah, right?
I want to comment on something. So,
Go ahead.
most AAA developers, I feel like almost like complete the entire industry that's developing AAA games, they've lost like their love in their games. Like, I've seen Call of Duty, and I have been so disappointed.
It's a mixture. It's a mixture of stuff. Call of Duty's that one I agree with. The thing is, all the devs on the team are just like outsourced contractors. Like the people that own it are like business guys that don't even play video games. So like that makes sense.
Exactly.
So those I agree with. Like the indie studios that have a little bit of funding, and like the games don't come out that good. It's just because the normal way. I'm crazy, by the way. So the normal way is you raise some money and you put a budget on it, and you say, in 3 months I'll have this, in 6 months I'll have that, in 12 months I'll have this, and that's how you do it. But in VR, no one knows how long anything takes because we're all trying to figure it out. And I don't know if you heard me earlier. I was saying like, we're on certain versions, like 100 plus of certain features and mechanics. So every timeline I've ever gotten in VR never comes in on time. And that's why we're also late on the beta. But no timeline comes in on time because like we could ship a janky shit, but like, everyone here's a perfectionist and they want it to be perfect. So I've had to go and raise money like 4 times, and every time I'm being honest, and I'm like, look, like we thought it was gonna take this amount of time, but it doesn't. Now I'm at the point where like I tell the investors, I'm like, look, I don't know how long it's gonna take. Like we need more money because if you want me to lie to you, I'll lie to you, but I don't know how long it's gonna take. But then the market keeps getting bigger, and they see some games come out early and like they're not good, and they're starting to trust the process a little more. But we definitely, we get hammered sometimes if we're like taking too late on stuff because every fucking month costs a lot of money to have all the devs like on salary and like stuff like that. So we definitely need to make progress. And that's one of the main reasons why they're like, if you go free to play, you're going to delay making revenue for another year, and you should start making revenue now. And I'm like, yo, you should just give me more money because I promise you we're going to make money eventually and it's going to be better. But that's the truth. Yeah. I really think that if we don't make money for a year extra, oh fuck, that guy threw a grenade and almost killed me. If we don't make money for a year and make it free to play and just focus on making the game amazing, all these new hardwares are coming out. PlayStation VR 2, the new Pico, the new Quest, the Vario, the Pimax. Like we're barely just beginning, so why not be free to play now? The player base is like what, 2 or 3% of gamers? Like on Steam, it's like nothing. So even if 5% of the people get it for free, that's fine because like 95% aren't even here yet. So just focus on making the people that are early adopters, like focus on them, listen to what they say, and make the game as good as possible for them, because then when the big mass casual people come in, then the game will actually be ready. And then you can start selling in-game stuff and people want to support you, I think, at least. I support devs that I like with in-game stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just genuinely sad when I saw the state of Battlefield 2042. It was one of my favorite franchises.
It's a simple story. They got a certain budget. And also something that really sucks. This is another thing that I didn't learn until, I got into this business. When you're a big studio or a big game, I'll give you an example. Call of Duty, they have like a $300 million budget. $250 million is marketing. $50 million is the game. So that's 5 times more money in marketing than in actual game development. So when they spend that amount of money, they are doing it 2 years in advance sometimes. Like they're securing, you know, ads, newspapers, media, like they're paying for this way in advance, setting it all up. And they also have a certain amount of budget and timeline. And the people that own the Call of Duty name, they're not even building it. They hire other people to build it for them. It's just like they own the name of it. So when you mix that in with like the marketing people and the business people, they just basically say, if the game's not ready by this holiday season, we don't give a fuck. Launch it. We're going to make $1 billion in sales. And if people don't like it, we'll make another one. So the incentives are all wrong there. For us, it's very different. You know, we only have one shot to do it right. VR hasn't been established yet. Very few studios in VR even spend money in marketing because there's such a content drought that you don't even need to spend money in marketing if you have a good game. So we've spent some money in marketing and we're getting crazy results because, you know, no one does it. So if no one spends money in marketing, your marketing money goes a lot further, which is great for us. And also people are really like looking for games in general. But I hope that gives you a little bit of picture. It's not really that the devs have fallen out of love with it. Gaming's always been a passion-driven industry. It's just sometimes there's like business factors and marketing factors and budget and roadmap factors that just make the incentives wrong for the people that actually can make the decision. So that's just, I hope that helps like you understand a little bit more like why certain games just suck. It's not even the devs' fault. It's like the business and marketing people that fuck it up and the investors.
Businesses, man, they've been ruining games for years.
Because now it's like a business model. You know, you spend this amount of marketing, you sell this much games. Who cares what the reviews are like? Just make enough money really fast and like make another one.
What you're doing now is marketing, just word of mouth. You talk about the game, answer questions, and people will talk about you.
Yeah, I agree.
This is marketing.
I agree. But Yellowhead, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
And you can be unbiased. I'm just really curious. Why? Because I think about this all the fucking time. How come there aren't that many other studios trying to make a first-person shooter? It's like, in my opinion, the #1 genre. So I don't know. I don't know.
It's I mean, I feel like it's just. Sorry, I'm trying to shoot somebody.
You're like the main one killing me, man.
I think you know, I genuinely don't know. It's, you know, getting this actual studio behind it, and then just, you know, like VR is kind of still in that, like, I don't want to say infancy period, but we're like,
it's like early adopter, almost early mainstream. I think it's like everybody's heard of it, but no one's bought in it. I actually think the Quest 2 is great because it created mass adoption, but they're competing on price, right? Like, I'm weird, so I'll give you stories. Like I go to Best Buy and Target like way too frequently. Whenever I'm bored, I think going to Target and looking at the toy aisle is like as close as I get to like Toys R Us. So I have fun there. And we have a little kid in, so like I just buy like little RC cars and like drones and shit. And it's like really fun to play with the cat. But anyways, I also always go into the you know, the video game section now that GameStop's kind of dead, and I just see parents and like I see like what the kids are talking about, like what they're buying, and most times what ends up happening is, you know, these parents are you know, working like middle class jobs, minimum wage jobs, and they're going into the game aisle. They don't know what a Switch is. They don't know what a PlayStation is. The PlayStation's been sold out too. But everyone always asks like PlayStation, because like that's what the kids say all day, so the parents know it. And then when the parents going down the aisle, they're like, "Oh, PlayStation sold out $500, Xbox $500, Switch $400. Oh, Quest $300." And I know it sounds crazy. I don't know how many of you guys use this, but a lot of parents, when they find out that they can give a Quest for $300 and has internet and the kids can do homework and use YouTube and shit, that's a steal. You don't need a TV anymore, which if you buy a PlayStation 5 or Xbox or a Switch, or not a Switch kind of, but you know, you need to buy a $500 device and at least a few $100 television. So that's like way more than $300, and it comes with a computer. I've heard so many parents be like, I bought it the second I found out that I can, King Link, the second that I found out my kids can use it for the internet. I was like, I didn't think of that as a feature, but I guess you're right. So I don't know, it's just interesting. I think Quest 2 competed on price. And I think that PlayStation VR 2 is going to compete on quality. That's what I'm excited for, because everyone's heard of VR, but no one thinks Facebook, wow, gaming company. When Sony comes out with PSVR 2, after all the Quest hype, I think a lot of people are going to say, yo, I need to check this out. Like, this is going to be some high quality shit. And I hope that happens, because that would be the start of like really mainstream gamer adoption.
Right, especially because
PlayStation sold like 100 million plus.
If you're like in a business perspective, right? Like trying to develop a game for like PC VR, like it's not easy, considering, you know, dealing with maybe 1 to 2% of the Steam VR population.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why the Quest always looks, so much more attractive and everything. That's why people are hyped about PSVR 2. It's because, oh, hey, it's on a gaming console, and it's like, probably going to be higher quality, hopefully, than the Quest 2.
Not only that, by the way, something about VR, I know it sounds stupid, but the fact that games are $10, $15, $20, $30, investors hate it. So when PlayStation VR 2 comes out, we all know PSVR 2 is going to charge $60 or dude, I bought some PSVR. I don't even know what happened to PSVR or just a PlayStation. Even regular games were $50. They're like $120 now. Like
Definitely is the new standard.
Oh, like
the standard exploded. So us VR users, we're like chilling at like $30. We expect AAA. But the bad part is when PSVR 2 comes out, you can expect VR prices to go up. The good part is VR prices are going to go up. I assume the quality is going to go up too. So I don't think if anybody made a $60 game, Medal of Honor, it would go too well in VR unless it was worth it. I gladly would pay $100 for like a fire VR game.
Wait, did you see the
honestly, I would pay $60 for a good VR version of like Battlefield, where it's like the combined assault, land, sea, air.
Wait, did you see the leaked image
Oh,
of
I'm
the
sorry.
PSVR 2 from
Yeah.
the Ultra Wings devs?
Yeah.
Bro, Sony's probably on their ass for that.
Oh, is it the one of like that someone posted saying that like a PSVR 2 in its natural habitat or whatever? I saw a leak like that floating around.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably got a little suit and a half for breaking NDA, but you know.
I have a question for all of you guys in the VC.
Yeah.
Any song recommendations for Beat Saber? Something popular.
I have an
If you
artist,
like 'em.
Camilla. She's
Recommend
awesome.
the haha ranked freedom dive map.
You might not know him, but like Weezers.
What's with these homies dissing my girl?
Did you say Weezer? Did somebody?
Yeah, it's kind of like a low-key band. Not many people know him. You know.
Weezer. Weezer's such a meme. I'm sorry.
Weezer's like one of the bands that you can't ironically listen to. You are an
Yellow
NPC.
had to get me, huh? I was about to go for the triple. Fucking me up, bro.
If I ever
like
see one of my
tripping.
friends
everybody.
with Weezer on their playlist, I'm gonna bully them so hard.
Wow.
My quest decided to overheat,
Wow.
so I'll catch you
If I
guys next
see
time.
somebody playing Weezer and it's on their Spotify, I'm gonna plant something in their car. I'm not gonna
What's
elaborate,
wrong with
but
Weezer?
I will never.
Everybody's getting so emotional over a band. Oh my lord.
Good
I
It's all
know.
good.
It's all jokes. It's all jokes.
I'm gonna head out.
Weezer's a good
Thanks for the
band.
games.
I just don't
I'll see
listen
you
to
next
them.
time.
homies?
Anyone doing anything for July 4th?
What's with?
Hey you guys, thanks for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Sorry about me not uploading a little while ago. I simply, wasn't in the best of sort of game sense in terms of, oh, there's a playtest going on, let's hop in it. It was more of a, I'm gonna sit here and mindlessly play video games, low effort ones on flat screen. Hopefully I can change that because VAIL is still very good. If you haven't seen VAIL before, join the Discord server. Hit wishlist on Steam. Yeah. But apart from that, I think that's everything. Have a good one, you guys.